Okay, I think we have audio.
Hello, are we there? Yeah, we're there. I see the little green line.
That's good.
Well, we'll try this again. Thank you for sticking with us through our technological difficulties, and welcome, friends. This is Adventures in Alberon, but today we have a different group of adventurers. With me today, I have Alana. Hi. I've got Dan.
Hello.
Joe is playing with us today, and Ari's coming in with some salad.
There you go.
We gotta eat, friends. Adventures in Alberon streams every Friday at 7 p.m. The stream that I play in, along with Ari, Dan, that Joe so kindly DMs, is Mosaic Team 5, where we play Starfinder. So we have a nice change of pace for me and Ari today.
No, I can't eat all this. It's like a whole meal.
You don't have to eat the whole thing, Dan. That's up to you.
Today's stream, we get to thank a few more people than just Sirenscape, who has given us this delightful music to listen to and to set our spooky scene. I also have to thank Dungeon Draft and Crosshead, who is on Patreon, for giving me assets and map building capabilities, as well as Griffin Saddlebag for giving us some interesting flavor items today. Not sponsored, but please do. Today, we are taking a break from our usual crew of adventurers to switch over to Northern Dominion.
Dun dun dun, Northern Dominion.
About 3 weeks ago, a flash was seen across the sky in the mountains of Northern Dominion. It was followed by some of the most beautiful and indescribable colors that have never before been seen in this world. A meteor crash landed in the northern mountains. Guilds, merchants, lorebinders, mercenaries, all have sent out bans and notices to bring this meteor home, to take advantage of whatever materials it might contain, and dispatch of anything or anyone it might have attracted. Nearby, of course, is the lovely village of Hearth's Hollow. Hearth's Hollow is a small place. It's one of those backwoods villages that only the best guides know about, and any guide worth their salt suggests a stopover. It's most well known for its bathhouses, which give achy adventurers and weary travelers some time to relax. And we're going to throw that up on the screen. That way you can see what my players are seeing.
Oh, yeah, this is a great map.
What a beautiful asset.
I know, right? This is beautiful.
They do great work.
I love
The dynamic lighting,
Yes.
and you can see when the doors are like cracked open, where they're right here. There's like a little ray of light coming there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
nice job.
So you are one such group of lucky adventurers on the hunt for this meteor and whatever treasures it might contain. You have arrived at the village of Hearth's Hollow. Stepping here for the night as you prepare to ascend the mountain in search of a meteor. Hearth's Hollow is usually known for its welcoming atmosphere and its hospitality, but today you're experiencing a bit of a cold welcome that matches the chilly mountain air. We see our happy-go-lucky band of adventurers crest the road and into Hearth's Hollow, and led by a dwarven paladin. Alana, would you please describe your character?
I will. So, Brune Shelseek is a very stocky dwarf, which is kind of an odd thing to say, but you look at her and you're like, it's a very square dwarf. She has kind of auburn hair that's in complicated French twists, but they're a little bit messy from her helmet going on and off. She also has a very charming smile, but when you look at her, you kind of wonder if there's anything going on behind her kind of gray-green eyes. She's described as a kind of like a ray of sunshine, but, you know, we'll see how well that holds up north. She had sent out a bunch of flyers, basically saying, come investigate the spooky meteor. We are going to try to find, it was written in kind of it's well written. It's a very like nice but kind of shaky. You kind of get the sense that whoever wrote it kind of probably doesn't write a whole bunch, but she kind of put these flyers out everywhere to try to attract the rest of you into helping investigate this meteor to just kind of help her out.
The first respondent to that notice, of course, was a wizard of the Order of Scribes, Elderos. Joe, describe your character, please.
So you see, kind of walking through the snow in this cold place, Eldros Schaefergeist, who is probably on the shorter end of the spectrum for an elf, standing around 5'11", maybe closer to 6 feet, but he has a pale skin that sort of matches the cold snow that's here. A little bit of like a cool cast to it. Dark hair that seems to be well kept. The clothes, all relatively nice, clean. Definitely holds himself upright. There's an air of nobility about him, but in spite of all of this atop his head, there is this hideous, garish, colorful hat. You can see just heavy stitches that hold it together, almost like a smile across the front.
It's the sorting hat.
It looks like a way crappier version. It looks like this little kid saw the sorting hat and was like, I'm going to make that. And they found like some scraps of fabric and they're like, well, it's not brown, but I can still make it. And it looks like a
The fan fiction version of the Harry Potter sorting hat.
1000%.
It's the off-brand. Yeah.
Love that.
Kirkland brand sorting hat.
Seeking expertise and fighting glory, following Eldros. Dan, would you describe your character?
Yes, my character is Tomas Cantor. He is best described as he looks like Doc from Back to the Future with the white hair. But he's like very, very ripped, like bounding muscles. He seeks definitely fame and glory. He is sort of a treasure / monster / word of mouth wannabe for Bard's Tale. He seems to think he knows everything and seen everything, but anything that he doesn't know, well, he doesn't think is that interesting to know.
Ripped Dr. Brown. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Doc Brown is truly a dream.
And you're a human?
Yeah, human, and he's
So he's
wearing
having
like
an
a
end-of-life crisis.
yeah, kind of like a, I'd say like a white kind of like toga / like jewelry, like tons of gold jewelry. Think like a kind of like a Greek, like kind of like an emperor a little bit.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
This is quite the image.
I was picturing Greek Master Roshi, so this is him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And following the team, a statuesque white dragonborn.
A little less statuesque because I am shivering my little tail off because it's cold up here. But I am a white dragonborn and I'm shivering, and you can see kind of in my furs and stuff that all of the sort of dorsal fin spikes are rainbow colors going down and back and down my tail. It just seems to repeat. I've got like some armor and some backpacks and stuff, and I have this little diamond spider that just likes to like crawl and is nestled currently in my hood. But I'm just gonna say, oh sweet honey, let's get somewhere that's not here.
So your group arrives to the main street of the village. Yes, indeed.
Ooh, do we have
Minis?
We have
I have to
people
go
here.
grab one for, unless you have one for Dan, just because I had no idea what Dan
I'll
was going to
take
be.
whatever.
I'm gonna be the super buff dragonborn.
I'm that elf right there.
Mm-hmm. Dan, I've got a blacksmith with a giant hammer.
Perfect.
Nice.
Oh, and my name is Pearl Fauntleroy.
Ooh.
Pearl Fauntleroy.
You guys have stunning names. You're going to be so sad when you hear my NPC names.
Never.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess coming into town.
So you've heard rumors that this town is normally pretty welcoming to adventurers. After all, you're a major source of income for them.
What time is it?
It's like the sun's just kind of setting right now. It's definitely not a time that you'd want to scale the mountain. There's some clouds on the horizon. Looks like there might be a bit of a snowstorm coming. So it's about time to start looking for some sleep.
Brune, my pamphlet told me that there was gonna be at least one bathhouse.
Yes. This town's known from, actually, as you can see over there. She kind of like points off into like the night. You're not really sure where she's pointing. She's kind of like gesturing wildly. I heard they're great. I'm really excited to try 'em myself.
So an inn with a bathhouse would be great.
I don't know if the inn has one, but they're definitely here.
Yeah, definitely like pulling the cloak tighter because it is quite cold. Is there no people around? It's just what we're seeing here?
You just see an empty street. Up ahead of you, you see a well, and just behind the well, a large building. Out front, you see a creaking signboard that kind of sways in the breeze that reads the Rusty Nail Tavern.
Brune, at this time, shouldn't there be other people here?
We probably just beat him up here. We came up pretty fast. She kind of just like stomps towards the tavern.
You can see there's like a moment of hesitation, and then Eldros will follow, keeping about 10 feet back.
Tomas kind of like follows forward behind Brune. Tavern! That's what I want! I need some food for my guts!
The best part about this is the bread on the fork that is here.
Yeah, as he's doing this, he has some beef jerky on like a knife that he just is serrating and just takes a giant bite of.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't right.
This one behind the bar,
Yeah.
and these two guys at the bar counter.
You said this was the Rusty name?
The Rusty Nail
Rusty Nail
Tavern.
Okay. I need to write down these names.
Before we go in, just taking a quick look around, are there like anybody watching us? Is there people in the windows? Like, this is quiet.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
All right. Perception. Oh man, rolling skills for you guys have like sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 19.
Ooh, yeah. With a 19, from where you're at, a lot of the windows are dark. A couple of them have some light kind of gently glowing through, especially the one directly to your right. You kind of catch a glimpse of what seems to be a curtain shifting back into place from the building kind of behind.
This one?
That way. Keep going. There you go.
Okay.
But other than that, it's eerily quiet.
I'll mark that in my mind. Just this house in particular, something about that I don't like, but everybody else just seems content to go in, so I'm going to follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and find the nearest fire.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just kind of like unceremoniously just opens the tavern door.
And that's exactly what happens. You guys open the tavern doors and they slam open with the grand entrance of this adventuring party here to take this fallen meteor. Mm-hmm. And it's quiet. It's dark. There's no fires blazing in the two hearths that they have on either side of the tavern. The tables on the upper ledges are empty, aside from two bar patrons at the counter and a small gnomish woman kind of polishing one glass. And they all turn to look at you as you crash in to their peaceful, quiet evening.
Hail! We're looking for some beds, some food, and some fire.
And I'm gonna come in and some great beers for me.
You see the two human men that are sitting at the bar kind of turn back to their drinks, and the gnome kind of like hops off of the step stool, and you hear as they push the step stool a little bit to the right and get up on it and say,
Well, we don't have much in the way of beds here, but we do have some drinks. We have some fish that I think you might like, and we do have some high-quality ales.
Ah, perfect. She kind of goes up to, kind of jangling from her chainmail as she kind of like goes up to the closest open chair or bar stool.
Is there a fireplace and it's just not lit?
There are two fireplaces. In those two alcoves there's a fireplace on either side.
I'm going to look at Brune, and then look over. Is there anyone at the bar?
There's those two humans right at the
so
bar there.
they are at the bar. And as they see me look at Brune, I'm going to say, 2 drinks, please!
Make that 3, please.
Oh, I meant for me, the 2 drinks.
Ow! Then 3 drinks.
I'll partake too.
I'm going to stand back a little bit. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not looking for a drink quite yet.
Ah,
I am going to continue to try. There's a window right here. Every now and then I think probably, since there's no other patrons, I'm going to sit over at this table right here.
Okay.
And every now and then I just want to peek out and see if I can catch sight of whoever was watching us. Or really anybody. Because I'm feeling a little freaked out.
On my back, I have this massive 8-foot-long paintbrush. And I'm going to take that out. And it is a radiant weapon. And so it can just shed bright light. So I'm going to have it shed bright light as I work on getting my tinderbox out of my bag and like starting to start this fire.
You see the tavern keeper kind of looks over at you and says,
No unauthorized uses of the fireplace, please.
Can I apply for authorization? It's a little chilly.
The wind doesn't blow in here. It should be fine. We have a heater.
Where is it so I can go curl my butt around it?
It's behind the bar.
It's a bit of a ghost town in here today.
We're a quiet place. We don't really, do much in the way of festivities. It's not a holiday or anything.
Tomas is just doing like this with his fingers.
you see she kind of turns and she brings down 4 mugs, and then she takes one keg and kind of pops the top, and it just starts free flowing out onto the floor. And then she takes the mugs and just kind of passes them underneath the keg. And then turns around and just plops them down, and they kind of slosh everywhere.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
Is she doing that in a way that it's extra like foamy and like not well practiced? Because that seems like a really shitty way to do it in my head. I mean, I feel like I drank a lot, so like that motion feels wrong. I would like to squint at her.
It's all foam.
Would you like to do an insight check, or maybe like a history check if you want to like call on your
Insight?
bartending skills?
I'll do insight. Also, because she's sketching me out. Because who doesn't love a roaring fire and all that stuff? So, oh, that's way cocked. 7.
You know, this isn't the big city. It might just be that there's not a whole lot of training here in Hearts Hollow for what is truly exquisite beer craftsmanship.
Right. The 2 patrons, what are they doing? Are they like creeped out, weirded out? Are they just sitting staring at their drinks?
So you look over and they are taking sips of their beverages and just staring down into their cups, not making conversation, not really acknowledging you, but every once in a while they kind of look up and then look back down.
What does their skin look like?
The one on the left is a little bit kind of sallow, looks like he's a little bit unhealthy, and the one on the right is a little bit more tan, probably does some outside field work.
Okay.
Could I do a perception check to see if they're cold at all?
Yeah, go ahead.
And is it cold in here?
It's real cold in there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That is a 16 plus 5, so 21.
Beautiful. So with your 21, you notice that the type of clothing they have on seems appropriate for the weather. They aren't particularly shivering. They don't seem to be reacting to the cold temperature. Part of that could just be the clothing. But one thing that does catch your eye is some distinct, like, red goo that's kind of like dripping down their pants legs. Like, don't know what that's about. You notice that it kind of trails around the bar a little bit and behind.
Now that the light is bright in here,
Is it? Oh, because your weapon, right?
because my weapon just
Yeah.
is bright. It's 30 feet of bright brightness. Bright radiantness, I guess.
So with the added light, the bar's kind of in disarray. There's a few cups that are just kind of like laying down. The tavern keep is still like polishing the one cup that she was polishing when you came in. And then the tables, there's some like spilled beverages. There's some cards that are left out. There's a couple of papers that have been like ripped. Obviously someone kind of like flipped a table at one point and they just reset the table, but nothing else. It's not well kept.
I'm going to just.
What are you guys? Oh, it looks like they had a bit of a brawl earlier. Doesn't seem like the rough crew, though.
Brawl! I'm gonna put my thumb down to the ground where that little red goo is. And then I'm just gonna pick it up and I'm going to sniff it.
All right, you put your thumb down.
Oh, you touch it? Ooh. Now, like, her reaction makes me think that was a bad idea. Prior to that, I was like, yeah, do it, touch it.
So you put your thumb down to go touch the goo. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I don't think I'm good at those.
I'm gonna take a guess and say no. Based on
Gotta
these.
do.
All of a sudden, our party's down to 3.
Right.
Immediately.
+2, 4.
4. That's wonderful, isn't it? That's a lovely number. Oh, hey, I found my D2 that I was looking for yesterday.
And I have no gloves.
Fantastic.
Just toga.
As
gold rings.
expected of a truly wonderful fighter. Well, that's not a D8. We're gonna have to roll one of these twice.
Do you need
Ta-da. Tomas, you take 21 points of psychic damage.
Holy shit.
Tomas, what was your favorite snack as a child?
Probably just drumsticks. He's probably just a whole diet of his life just eating drumsticks.
I imagine it as the ice cream,
Yeah.
not like the chicken leg. But yeah, I like that.
So, Tomas, you have a couple of these turkey legs in your pack already because, as everyone knows, it's your favorite treat. You love a good roast turkey leg. In fact, you kind of look down at the meat that you have and you think to yourself, what is that? And you kind of think back on what this could be in front of you, not really sure what it is. And as you kind of stare at it, your vision starts to blur a little bit. And when you look up, you don't remember that you've ever had meat.
Ah!
Are you okay?
It must be the ale. It's very strong here.
Is it? Bryn's gonna try some.
Bryn, you take a sip of what is truly a dusty cup of watered down beer. It's bad.
Ooh, that's fucking terrible.
You hear thump as the tavern keeper says,
Well, if you don't like it, you can leave.
So I know, being an arcane practitioner, like spells like suggestion and like stuff like that. Can I see if these people are like arcanely brainwashed?
yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Great, thanks. Nice.
Your rolls are so chaotic.
Usually, well, my thing's all lumpy dumpy and I don't like that. So 17 plus 5 is 22.
Wonderful. This doesn't seem to be any brainwashing that you're familiar with. It kind of almost seems like the gnome behind the bar is very with it and together. The two that are drinking They're a little bit out of it, but you're used to a little bit more interaction from brainwashed subjects than just staring at cups and occasionally looking up. I will say, though, with your Arcana check, though, you do notice that when they look up, it's simultaneous. When they take a sip, it's together.
And is it timed? Like, it's at the same interval, like every 30 seconds? I'm gonna back away a little bit and go meet my much smarter friend than I. Over here.
I'm going to turn to. This is Brune, correct?
You're the hammer guy all the way in.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Who's next to me?
Oh, well, that's the NPC, but you guys could have been together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, we all would have fit. It's just minis don't.
I think this liquid, doesn't smell like any monster I've slain. It's no blood. It's quite different.
Ah. I'm gonna try to investigate it.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna touch it, 'cause it looks a little goopy.
I would say go ahead and give me an Arcana or a History check.
Do you want to push us over to our combat camera just so people can see us?
Certainly. I just forgot what camera we were on. I don't stream, guys.
Happens to me all the time.
This is in stonework, right? It's goop. It's on top of other dice.
Ooh, do you have stone cutting?
Huh?
Do you have
Yeah.
stone? Oh, thrilling. I love stone
Mountain
cutting.
dwarves.
I wrote entire geological tables for Alberon because of stone cutting.
Nice. All right. So you said history or Arcana. They're the same. So we'll go with Arcana for a whopping 7.
Cool. Like, maybe it's some really old wine? Does wine gel? Like, what magical wine might gel? Or maybe it's some jam. It's probably jam. It's just a weird jam.
I shouldn't go rubbing your hands in floor jam. It seems like a bad, terrible manners too. God, barkeep, there's supposed to be like hot springs and such here. Yeah, are those open? Maybe you can warm up there.
Yeah. There's two. There's one that's just available for the general public. That one is up to the north. Then there's the other one that's a little bit more luxurious. You got to pay an entry fee for that one, but that one's to the south.
All right. So that would be
That looks more luxurious.
Joe is
over there.
north.
this one. Joe's north.
Alana's south.
Yeah, that looks.
right.
Look at all those plants. That's so nice.
I wouldn't mind staying in this
Oh,
village.
me neither. Well, I don't know about this floor jam though.
Yeah. Right.
Now that it's been pointed out loudly, it was described as dripping from their pant legs. Does it seem to just bloot there, or does it like creepy crawly somewhere else? Like, is it doing anything if I watch it for a minute?
It's not really doing anything, but you do notice that it's almost a continuous drip. It doesn't even look like a drip. That's just like going around the counter. It's trailing around, almost like they have a very long, like a very large jar of jam that they've just dragged around, and it's still kind of like spilling out onto the floor, but they each have a jar of jam.
All right. And if I sort of skirt around to this side, do I see where it connects around the other side if I follow it in my bright light?
So as you kind of walk around the edge of the counter, you see this trail kind of lead out behind the doors, behind our tavern keep there, and into what you assume to be a storeroom behind.
All right. I go back to my intelligent friend over here. My poorly dressed but intelligent friend.
Not poorly dressed.
I like your hat, though. I mean, and me, Pearl of Lafante, whatever my name is. Fontador, whatever it is. Pearl likes your hat.
Will you be wanting to head on after your bath? You must have important adventuring business after all.
Oh, we're on the most important of adventuring. We're looking for the meteor.
Oh, I've heard of a few groups going after that. That's somewhere off in the mountains. It's probably already gone, if we're being honest. It's been up there for 3 weeks. However, I did hear of like a couple of griffins up there. I'm sure their claws are worth something.
Griffins.
No adventuring parties have come back through town?
You know, they probably just went through the mountain pass to the other side.
Hey, check out the goop. It goes to the storeroom around back. You see that?
Bending down and taking a look, this goop. In the studies that I've had with the lore binders, have I read anything about this kind of jam?
This specific kind of jam, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Or Arcana, whichever one you like. Arcana or history.
I'm going to go ahead and take that Arcana. They're both the same. Arcana. Wow. Well, that is going to be a 16.
Cool. With a 16, you've combined with this meteor that fell from the sky. You've heard about experiments from the astral seas that have wreaked havoc on the domains here on the material plane. You're not entirely sure the results of these experiments, but you have heard of formless shapes that slither in the dark. You've heard of monstrous insectoid creatures that are giant and devouring with many mouths. You've also heard of little tiny skittering brains that latch on and steal men's minds. It could be any number of horrors.
I'm going to lean over to Pearl and say, I don't think that is floor jam.
No, I don't think so either. And if you look at them, they're breathing the same and they're blinking the same, those two. There's something funny going on here.
I'm going to stand up and just say, I believe I'll get some fresh air for just a moment. And I'm going to walk out and just kind of kick some snow for a couple seconds. And then I want to walk around to the back, see if I can peek into the windows of the storeroom and see what's back there.
As he's doing that, I'm probably just regaling tales to the barkeeper.
And then one time I fought some wormlings. Oh, you wouldn't believe the things on them. Big as your eyes.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. 18.
All right. Ooh, very lucky. So you peek in a couple of the windows. It's very dark back there. For an active tavern, there's like no candles, no lanterns, no lights. You see a couple of dusty kegs, some crates of rotting food. But most importantly, you see the floor jam leading towards what seems to be a cellar door in the floor.
I'm going to look around. Nobody's out in the street.
No one's out on the street.
Just going to casually see if the window's open.
You kind of look around, you test a couple of the windows. They're solid glass panes, but you do find a back door to the storeroom.
Okay. Is it open?
It is locked.
Thinking about this, I'm going to come back to me in just a second.
Cool.
Green just kind of like nursing her terrible ail and goes, all right, I think, kind of like puts out, we'll just pay for this and then maybe we'll warm up. You said there's no beds? Is there anywhere else with beds?
Not in our tavern, no. But there's a dormitory house that's just, to the north of us here. It might already be full, though. You've come rather late.
Bryn, I got this. I'll pay for it. And I'll pull out a gold, and I'll hand it to the barkeep. And I'd like to graze her hand with my claw and see what it feels like, I guess.
Sweet. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, gross.
Are you within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, because I stepped in front of you to pay.
You get a +4.
Ooh, I need a +4.
That's nice.
I need a +4. I rolled a 5, and I have no wisdom.
Better than my 4.
So it's a 9.
Man, I love this.
So that kind of rough.
Yeah.
Pearl, you take 19 points of psychic damage.
Whoa.
What's your favorite color?
All of them. All of them. But if I have to pick, it's like the reflection of pearlescence that I get my name from.
As you look down to pass off this gold coin, you admire the particular shine that the low light and the glowing multicolor of your brush gives to the scales. They glitter and glisten in the light. They have a very... What's the word?
Glisten?
You know, it's a lovely white.
Right.
White's
but it's
good.
more than white. Right?
No, you know, it's just kind of white.
Extra white.
It's just white.
White plus.
Fanta white.
And you watch as your dull scales. They don't reflect much light. They're just kind of white.
Do they see me lose my luster? Do I lose my luster? I wouldn't know that I lost my luster. I would.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
You're right there, Pearl. You look a little shaken. Does she look any different? Like, noticeably?
You definitely saw like the squint of a headache suddenly come on, and there seems to be a little bit. You know what? Go ahead and give me an insight check. You got your hand on the dice.
Oh,
Nice.
does that count?
If you can,
I mean-
the way I've always done it, if you can rest
D4
a D4 on top.
That
of
looks
it,
pretty good to me.
That looks good to me, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I bet it can. It's a little tilted. Oh.
It's because the dice tray is in the way. That's why you can't rest a D4 on it.
Yeah. I
don't
We'll
know.
take it.
Okay, it's a
Okay,
natural
okay, you're the
20.
DM.
I am a kind and generous DM.
Look at that.
It's
With
a
your
natural
natural
20
20.
for a total of 18.
nice.
Oh, man.
I've always played with crit fails and crit successes on skill checks because I think that's more fun.
Yeah, sure.
So, in your travels with Pearl, and you've definitely had a few like adventures together already.
Yeah.
You're good friends.
Riffles.
She's made some delightful art pieces that you have kind of like hung on your little like cell in the temple. Really brightens up the place. You watch as some of the joy that she gets just by brightening up a room, literally, kind of fades from her face a little bit. It doesn't seem disappointing to her. It's a ever so slight dulling of the eyes.
Oh, you know what? Let's get us all to the baths and warm up.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that might be for
definitely
the best.
I need some fire in my belly, and this ale's not doing it.
As we're walking out, I'm gonna hook my arm around Pearl.
Oh, color me red! I never thought I would see the day that Pearl could not hold her own with these mighty fine ales.
I don't even think I had a whole sip. That cup, it had lipstick still on it. From a woman. I don't wear lipstick. I don't have lips. I'm a reptile.
Just over-explaining this concept.
Well, I know.
I imagine that we're like walking towards the doors. This is like happening.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take the.
The NPCs just come with you. You're good buddies now.
I know. No more.
You hear as you leave the tavern,
Have a good night.
Bitch.
and the doors slam shut.
All right.
And you are once again out in this town alone. Ignore that. That was just minis falling over.
It's okay, even if we weren't.
We'll just casually roll some d20s.
So in the back, as this is happening, I think I'm going to lean in closer to the door. and hearing that there is, I can definitely hear the voice of Tomas just bellowing through. I can hear the tales being regaled.
Echoing, even though when he's inside it echoes, somehow it's like reverberating. You see some snow falling off the branches.
So I feel confident that this will be a relatively hidden action. And I'm going to lean forward and I'm just going to whisper, open. And I'm going to cast knock.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Always love a wizard that stalks knock.
Yeah, knock is such a, I don't know why people would not pick knock. It's such a good spell.
Because
Don't knock, knock.
does the same thing.
All right. You cast knock, and you hear a as the door creaks open, and you are able to enter.
I'm not going to enter, but I'm just going to push the door open.
Storeroom is dark.
Nothing moves.
You kind of look around. The floor jam is still there. You hear the door shut as your companions leave. And you see a gentle pulse from the floor jam.
Well, that's not good. I'm going to shut the door, and I'm going to go try to meet up with my companions.
You definitely know where they are.
This snow. Do I feel more camouflaged? Huh. Oh, we should find our friend. Oh, look, there he is. Hi.
The floor jam.
Yeah.
It leads into the storeroom,
Grosser.
and somebody just left the storeroom open, so if we wanted to investigate it, we could.
I mean,
Sure, but just don't touch it.
Who would touch that?
Well, I touched the barkeep's hand and my head hurt.
Just so we're all on the same page, there's something going on here.
Right.
you know, even I can tell that.
We can't really go forward into danger with danger behind us as well. We need to discover what's happening.
All right. She kind of like cracks her knuckles and just like, so, where do we start? Storeroom? And she kind of starts walking around.
Well, what about this barkeeper person, lady? She knows what's going on. She knows, right? We know she knows, right?
I'm not so sure. It
But
could
she
be-
wasn't like the two zombies at the desk.
This is true. I don't know.
I couldn't get a word edgewise. I was telling them a tale of how I am going to conquer this meteor we find.
When I think, ignoring that entirely, when I think about the barkeep and when I traced the jam, did she have jam?
With your wonderful check that you made, you notice 3 trails of jam.
Maybe it's just putting more effort into her. I don't know.
Are you walking around the
What do
side
you
still?
mean it?
I started to like walk and notice that no one was following. I was like,
Well, all magic comes from a source, right?
until I click between like two of them. Like,
I would probably follow you. And as you like crack your knuckles out, not trying to be like outdone by you, I would like crack my neck.
So either it's a beast feeding on them with a physical remnants, or it's a magical something. But either way, it's something.
Agreed there.
Right.
Just out of the corner of my eye, as we're following the two of them,
Yeah.
I'm also going to cast Prestidigitation to just, I'm going to go like this and just crack my knuckles louder than Thomas. So just as I'm talking to Pearl, just,
All right. Are you guys kind of just talking outside the door? Is anyone looking in?
we're walking over to the storeroom right now, right?
Oh, and I still bring my 30-foot light with me.
Oh, yeah.
Unless that seems like a bad idea.
It's very visible.
But yeah,
Rune's gonna take her warhammer out and kind of start like prepping herself. Maybe take out the shield and just kind of, all right, we're gonna
wait, hold on one second.
get some jam. Let's go.
And I pull out my little diamond spider, glistens in the prismatically, obviously, in the light that I cast. And it has the protector feat right now.
Ooh.
So everyone, as we're clustered here, gets temporary hit points.
Nice.
2 + 2 + 4 temporary hit points.
Hey, that's 10% of my HP.
Squish, you wizards.
As we're standing outside the door, I'm going to just crack it a little bit open and I'm going to say, Thomas, there is this gelatin on the ground. Please don't touch it.
As you've cracked the door open, you see that the door to the main bar area is open now. And inside, you see... Oh, thank you.
I assumed. Sorry, I don't mean to assume, but I so assumed.
You see the approaching figure of the tavern keep.
Who definitely notices us in our bright light.
You shut the door.
We're not like,
yes.
we're not being subtle.
You shut the door.
Oh, this isn't the right room. I just keep walking.
I'm gonna look at the barkeep and be like, you know what? You seem like a.
Oh, did she see us?
Oh,
did she
I
see
thought...
us?
I closed the door.
Oh, you closed it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe I wouldn't have known then. You would have known. You are the only one with
Yeah,
that
I'm
knowledge.
going to turn around and just say, she's right there.
Should we talk? Should we just knock her out?
I don't think we should do that.
I could go in and distract her from the other side. She can't be in both places at once.
Hopefully.
And there's a door between them, so if you make a loud enough noise, I'll just knock her down and get to you.
Thomas,
Yes.
do you think you could tell them about that fascinating time? You were a hero for an entire town.
I know I can. But what town?
Comes back around. It honestly doesn't matter. Whatever you can make up to distract the barkeep.
Oh, well, I could tell him the time I was
Yes.
the king of...
Yep.
That one, yes.
The king of Duncan and thank me. Yes, okay.
And I'm gonna bust in the double doors.
Tomas, you bust in the double doors. I'm not on camera anymore.
Oh.
You bust in the double doors, and you burst those doors down to an empty tavern.
No two NPCs?
They're not in there.
Woo.
Any furniture?
The furniture's still there.
Okay, cool.
Everything's still there.
It's all gone.
I was gonna be like, whoa.
This is a mimic village.
Patrons! Where are those who are ready to regale my tales?
Do we hear him?
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely hear him.
What does he mean? Who is ready?
Well, I don't think he knows the word regale.
There's only 2 people in there.
Wait. Oh.
Wait. Or like the window is like above my height. I'm just gonna like step back and kind of like crane a little bit and then like try.
So the main tavern windows, you could probably see through. Those are a little bit wider and a little bit farther to the ground. But the storeroom windows, no.
Right. Okay. Is there a window like nearby to see into the tavern to see what the heck's going on
Yeah,
there?
there's one right on the edge there.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at it and be like, what's he doing?
You see Tomas standing in the midst of the tavern, shouting and gesturing wildly. It's a little unintelligible from where you are. It's loud. But he seems to just kind of be looking around, and there's no one inside.
Beans. Jenna goes around and is like, there's no one there. No one? There's no one there.
I don't know. I'm not in there.
You're the smart ones. What do we do?
I'm gonna go up to the counter and are my beer mugs still there? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just going to just start clanging them together.
Oh no, he's improvising.
Excuse me!
I put my ear hole against the door, waiting to hear like the creak between the two.
So you put your tympanic membrane to the door.
Yeah, that.
And you hear... and Tomas, you see the door open as Tavern Keep Ruby walks back through.
We'll just represent her this way.
Pearl,
Yes.
I can actually listen a bit better than you can.
Oh, well, I heard grumbling, but I'm also a little hungry. It might have been my stomach. You're welcome.
I heard that grumbling as well.
Ah, okay.
I'm
Then it
gonna
definitely was my
reach into my ear and pull out what looks almost like a wisp of a strand, and I'm going to flick it at the door, and it disappears. And I'm going to manifest the mind of my spell book inside the storeroom, because I don't need to have any line of sight on it.
Yeah.
Just within 60 feet. And It can hear and see, and it has dark vision with a range of 60 feet. It can telepathically share with me what it sees and hears. No action required.
Okay, does it visibly manifest?
Intangible. It's a tiny spectral object.
Okay. Cool. Lucky you. That's a 2 on the dice. So you see Ruby open the door, and she says,
I thought you were going to the baths.
There seems to be an issue. I believe my compatriot overpaid. And I believe that you need to give us back at least a couple more copper pieces.
While this is going on, I'm gonna open up my sense and invoke my divine sense to see if I can get a better understanding of what's happening here.
Go.
So it's basically, as an action, I open my awareness to detect the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover, and I would know the type if I'm able to detect it.
you get like a faint residual celestial presence from the building with the broken down cart behind it on the map there, but it's so faint. It's like something was there and touched it, but maybe a while ago, and nothing else.
And then anything that's been consecrated or desecrated.
That would be the consecrated thing right there.
All right, cool. It's like, I'm just gonna trot back over. She's not trying to stealth or anything.
We're all just kind of jogging back and forth at this point.
I'm just like,
Tomas, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is a 7 plus 5, 12.
So that's going to be a 7.
Dope.
7 plus 5 is 12.
It's going to be a 7. That's what happens when you fail saving throws.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brutal.
No worries.
Wow.
That's brutal.
Okay, so what do you see? Is she there? Did you go?
What do I see?
So when you opened the door for that brief period, you saw Ruby enter. Now that you have your spectral book inside, what does that tiny spectre look like, by the way?
So the tiny specter is just a representation of the mind of the book, but in my mind, it really is just this little mote of almost like a silvery light. And so it doesn't really shed light per the description, but it almost looks like without wings. What's the fairy in Legend of Zelda?
Oh, yeah.
So just like the glowing orb without the wings. Kind of. Yeah, very much.
So this orb in your mind's eye is kind of floating around, doing little figure eights as it waits for instruction. And you reach out and you see that the floor jam, which we're just going to start calling tendril because floor jam just sounds weird. And now
I was gonna go worse. I was gonna just start calling it Jello.
Jello? Hey.
Not a sponsor.
Should be a sponsor.
And from the pulsing that you saw on the floor, definitely more tendril-like.
Okay.
The 3 tendrils have coalesced to one. And you see it leading out to the tavern. And you can hear the voice of Ruby speaking to Tomas.
Any sign of the villagers?
Not from where your awareness is.
Does it look like the doors opened in the time since we've lost sight of them?
Not really, other than the opening from Ruby.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing?
If we want to investigate, now's the time.
Oh, okay. Open the door.
Creak the door open and gesture for her to enter.
I go in.
You hear the voice of Ruby arguing with Tomas.
It is a fair price, and you have paid it. We don't make discounts for adventurers just because we've made some fun acquisition or killed some strange beast.
So
Do you know who I am?
And that's all you hear, just yelling.
so
Karen energy.
the tendrils have coalesced, and there's a mass on the floor, or they're going down basement stairs or something.
So, Eldros was able to see the tendrils lead into a trapdoor cellar that's standing, if you're looking at the map, right where your finger was just now, a little bit further. In that corner.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
Cool.
Dark.
Does that look like I could lift it up without it like getting jelly on my hand? Is there a clear path to it? Like,
It seems like you could lift it up and reasonably not touch the tendril.
okay. And then the tendril to the door. Is it because this door is cracked? Can I want to close the door to the bar without touching the tendril and without letting the tendril know. So is it like holding the door open?
It is ever so slightly cracked. There is a thin ray of light that's coming out, barely perceptible. Sort of like when you're a teenager and your parents say, leave the door open because a boy's in your room, and then you just like put a sheet of paper in.
Okay.
It's open.
I don't think I can fuck with this. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in and open up the trap door.
How you open that door?
Carefully. Quietly.
Would you say stealthily?
Yes. I would do so with stealth. 8.
Great. You see the tendril begin to pulse and shudder as it widens, as it goes down this ladder into a dark cellar. And you see it start to wiggle.
Towards me?
It almost seems like it's slinking back towards you. Tomas, you see Ruby kind of like slide her glance backwards and make for the door.
Whoa, where are you going? I'm not done with you here.
I think we are quite finished. You've paid, and your friends are invading my storeroom.
And I'm just gonna book it into the back to try to get to my group.
All right.
All the way around.
We talked about crashing down the door.
Can I get? Is it like an actual like bar that you can like jump over, or is it like an actual one that's like
Yeah,
kind
you
of
could
high?
probably like leapfrog over Dukes of Hazzard style.
Okay, yeah, I think I can do that. Then.
Before you do that, though, go ahead and roll for initiative.
That's
please.
right.
There we go. All right,
Oh
who
man, I was
is
trying to
within
sneak by.
10 feet of me?
Natural 20.
What a waste, though.
Yeah, I know.
Who is within 10 feet of me? Is it
That's a
me?
24.
Just me.
You're within 10 feet of yourself, yes.
Yeah, all right.
And this is still. Could I have done all these actions stealthily with the bright light, or is that what I've been like? This is dumb. I have to turn my light off.
Like, you never mentioned turning your light off, so you
Right.
tried. I'll say with that terrible stealth roll.
It was part of
it
it.
was bright.
Cool.
All right, so we have 20 to 25.
24.
24.
Natural 20, 24.
Wonderful. 15 to 20.
A natural 20.
Natural 20.
No, unnatural 20.
Unicorn
Just
20.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Beautiful.
Rune
10 to 15.
12.
11.
Cool. All right.
What's your name again?
Tomas.
Tomas.
Eldros, you are first to act.
Oh gosh.
I know right where a wizard wants to be first. Put me at the forefront of every battle, please, sir.
So, from my perspective where I am, I'm at the door to the storeroom. I haven't actually entered because I don't want to touch that goop. Is the door opening and we can see her coming through it now, or is it still closed?
As of right now, the door has always been open. It's been cracked, but you see the door beginning to open.
Okay. With that in mind,
You wouldn't mind putting the halfling mini in place of the current NPC.
because those NPCs are basically, we don't see them, right? So they're off map.
No, so that's Tomas.
Oh,
Tomas,
Tomas. Gotcha.
Just
Okay.
here. I had switched them because I was being silly.
There's 10 feet between me and the door to the main bar. Using all of my mighty strength, I'm gonna cross the space, being careful not to touch any of this floor jam, which I refuse to rebrand, and I'm going to hurl my weight to try to keep the door closed.
Nice.
All right. So you hurl your weight up against this door, you shut it, and the tendril snaps and slithers back down into the cellar. And Tomas, you see Ruby dissolve into a pile of jelly.
A pile of Jello. She's a pile of Jello.
Yeah,
That's
DM
the
said it.
branding.
So go ahead and remove that Ruby token there. That's gone.
Here's your NPCs if you want them.
Thank you.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. Next up, we have Brune.
What are we fighting?
There's a cellar door that's open with a roiling red mass.
Okay. Good enough.
Alright, so 5. I can just get in here with my movement.
Oh yeah, you got stumpy legs, huh?
That's Stubby Legs! And I'm going to look around, and I don't see any combatants. I'm assuming I just see the tendril.
You see the tendril kind of like starting to snake its way into the cellar door.
Okay. So
You see Eldros desperately holding the door shut, maybe a little bit surprised that the tendril is kind of like zipped back. And you see Pearl kind of standing over the cellar door.
I'm in the process of shining my light down there, but I haven't quite gotten there yet.
okay. So seeing that I can't really, there's something to like really hit or do yet. I'm gonna hold my action, an attack action, to see if like, in case a combatant shows up. So, but I'm within 10 feet of both Pearl and Eldros, looks like. So,
right.
if there's any saving throws, you guys get a bonus.
Dope. I have great saving throws.
I love that.
I don't. So happy.
That's my turn.
All right. So next up, we have cool, sweet. So you watch as tendrils start to climb up from the cellar and just kind of like wacky waving tubemen, because this is a horror campaign. And they start to flail about, splattering ooze and red goo and floor jam. And the closest one we have. All right.
I don't like floor jam.
Like floor jam. Pearl has a 26 feel.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Yeah, oh my goodness, these things are strong.
And that'll be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
Sure. It's really only 5.
You just got whacked by the jam.
Yeah.
Just got whacked by a jam, friend. And
I got way too much fucking paper today.
Pain jam.
pain jam. That's hot pepper jelly. And 6 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, psychic damage. on
Right,
top.
sorry. I fucked up. It was 9, right?
9 points of bludgeoning
And 9 and 6 psychic? How much psychic?
and 6 points of psychic.
Okay.
And go ahead and also. Ooh, that was unnecessarily loud.
Sorry.
I'm learning Sirenscape, y'all.
See, it's hard. It's not just me that does it. Ooh, good jump scare.
Yeah.
Woo! Chills and thrills on Adventures in Alberon. And also, while you're there, you feel this tendril whip out and slap you across the face,
Yes.
dealing bludgeoning and psychic damage.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah, +4 still.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Minus
Ooh,
whatever.
that's really good.
13.
All right. So with that saving throw, you feel a disgust and just revulsion at this tendril that's just slapped you across, and you kind of squinch up like this and hold, and you're paralyzed.
Oh.
I get to use these things.
Oh, yeah. I'll take one.
Gosh, there's so many.
Yeah, it's like hard to sort through them sometimes. Paralyzed. Can you give me the ring?
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I have a reaction, I think. I don't know if I can do it, though. Because
All right.
as a reaction, immediately after being hit by an attack, can I do something, or does the paralyzation happen first?
The paralyzation would happen first.
Okay.
If we're going by action economy.
Well, it was going to be blinding, and I don't know how effective blinding a tentacle
Yeah.
is going to work.
Not great, I can tell you that. There's no eyes that you can see.
Cool. Well, there you go.
All right. That would bring us to Pearl. So you are currently paralyzed.
Can I make a save to unparalyze?
You can do that.
Cool.
It's at the end of your turn, I think.
Yeah, I used my turn for sure. That's fine.
+4.
Still +4.
10?
Unfortunately not.
13 failed, but a 10 didn't succeed.
Yeah, right.
Dang it.
All right, that brings us to Tomas.
I honestly thought I was gonna be the first to die. As I'm like reaching over as she's like walking away before she turns into red goo, I'm doing like a kind of like a Karen, like, come back here, I'm not done with you. Grab, and then I see her just turn into red goo.
What is this?
And then I'm going to stand on the bar and get advantage of. And can I see into the back room from standing on top of the bar?
No, Eldras is holding the door closed.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I'm not strong. I mean, you can get through.
But I saw her go through the door and then turn.
No,
Oh, she just.
you
blew-
saw the door close and she dissolved into a pile of goo.
Okay. I have no idea there's fighting going on besides perhaps yelling.
You heard that loud.
Yeah,
Yes,
besides
you did hear
yelling.
that.
I'm going to. I don't think I know that front door is closed in front of me, but there is like a red goo on the ground, so I don't want to step onto that. So my thinking is I should probably run around back and get to my party.
All right.
I can move.
Or use your action to dash.
Yeah,
Yeah, use my action to dash. Yeah.
So that's 60 in the corner. Yep.
Alrighty.
I love playing with toys.
Now, is Dan's character leaving like little red footprints in the sand? In the
No, I didn't
snow?
step on.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I was smart enough not to jump over the bar onto the.
Are any of the tendrils within striking distance?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I want to use my held action to strike a tendril.
Yeah, go
My
for it.
Hammer. I'm gonna assume that's a no, because that was terrible.
What'd you get?
I got a total of 8.
Sweet. Yeah, no. The tendrils kind of like fling around a little bit wildly. They don't have predictable movement. They're way too gelatinous. And you try to like get in a strike around Pearl. It's not a good vantage point.
All right, that was my held action.
All right. But luckily for you, there is something to fight that kind of squishes and squelches its
Is
way
it
up
lucky?
this cellar ladder.
Ew.
Put that right in that corner there. Beautiful. And you see this green ooze with tendrils kind of climbing itself up. It's almost like it's rolling around and squishing. Its form doesn't make sense. It's not like usual oozes that you've seen. And this one has a skull that kind of floats in the greenish ooze, and it's almost luminescent.
Wait, so the red goop was red, but this is green.
This is
ooze?
green.
And are they not attached to each other?
They're not attached
So
to each
it's
other.
just like.
That'll be brown ooze, sorry.
Right. I'm just concerned about the colors and how they're working.
Yeah.
As Pearl would be. You see this thing, and as it sees you swinging at the larger ooze, it's going to go after you, Brune.
Valid.
How does a 15 feel?
18's my armor class, and no.
Beautiful. So it kind of like squishes out, and you see it coming up, and you're like, and you're able to dodge out of the way, you deft mountain dwarf, you. All right.
Nice.
And now we're back to the top of the order, Eldras.
Okay, so this little thing has like through the floor, and all of a sudden I'm like not feeling great about being in this tiny room. So where is the door to outside? It is
Behind me.
behind you.
But you're a small creature, right? Are you medium or
I'm still medium.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just traveling and smaller.
Okay, so I am going to continue to hold the door, but looking at this slime-like creature, I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh, nice.
So I believe that is a dexterity save.
Gotcha. We're gonna not use that dice because that was.
Oh, no, sorry, I make a melee attack roll.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you're gonna touch it to shock and grasp
It's a
it?
melee spell attack, so I don't think it's. Oh, you know what? That probably.
It's a melee
you had to
spell
touch
attack.
it,
You
sounds like a touch.
Range touch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah.
I
Oh,
would
sorry,
know
I don't
that.
mean to change your plans. I'm sorry.
Do you
No,
want to
that's
touch
fair.
the ooze?
Yeah, you can touch the ooze.
I don't want to
Touch the ooze.
Just stick your whole hand in there.
all. So instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to open my hands into like this circle-like form, and you can see as I pull it apart, there are almost like these dark green points that coalesce into a tube-like shape. And I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at the slime as this eruption of acidic stuff comes out of this seemingly two-dimensional hole. So that is a dexterity saving throw.
All right, that's a 17.
17 is going to beat it, unfortunately. However, even when making it, so this is this is a stream of acid that is 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. So it's just like a spray right into this one spot. That's a dexterity saving throw. They're not covered in acid. So that's all. They're fine. Great.
All right.
Damn. And I'm going to try to like make myself as small as possible up against this door. I'm going to lean over to the back and just go, Tomas!
Oh, what? What? Sorry, I just got $50. Yeah, my boss gave me $50.
And
I was
end.
super surprised.
Oh, gave you Dan?
Yeah, like I literally.
Congratulations.
I was super surprised. I was like, oh, what is this? I thought it was a spam thing. What is going on? And I'm gonna run over and do a dash.
All right, when it is your turn, you may do that.
Oh yeah, sorry. That like threw me.
All right, Brune, you've seen this ooze squelch its way up. Your comrades in dire straits, it seems.
All
It
right.
is your turn.
So I'm going to move forward and kind of like get myself in between Aldros and the ooze.
Yes,
Try to
one
physically
big group.
protect him.
Great.
I allow
yeah.
myself to be pushed. Absolutely.
And I'm going to strike at the green ooze because I can see it and it's there.
Do it.
All right, so attack. Much better. So that would be. I think it's a +5. This was 23.
That certainly hits.
Okay, and then I get 2 attacks. So would you prefer I roll if I hit, or would you prefer I roll hit damage, hit damage?
2 hits, 2 damages.
Okay. So second hit is much worse. 11.
So you swing once and you connect. You see the ooze kind of splatter a little bit of the droplets up against the wall. It's very pleasing. Pearl appreciates.
I like the Christmas casserole that's happening.
It's
I just
great.
don't like being in it.
And you go to bring your warhammer back around, and as you do, you see a paralyzed Pearl and kind of hesitate a little bit, which gives the ooze enough time to squish down.
Okay. So,
Timing on that sound effect.
Yeah, that's great. That's really gross.
all right, so it was a 6.
All right, 6 points of damage.
All right, and can I get a sense of like how well that worked? Like,
There are like 1/3 less tendrils on that green ooze than there were before. You seem to have knocked some off, and they kind of just dripped back down into the cellar inert.
okay, cool. And then I'm gonna also take a look at Pearl and see like how are you doing?
Pearl's got sadness written on her paralyzed face that she's not doing the best.
Okay. So, oh, never mind. Action economy. That's the wrong kind of action. Never mind. And that's all I could do right now.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn.
All right. You see those red tendrils begin to down into the cellar, and they appear to have disappeared from battle, leaving this singular green ooze in its stead.
Wait, so the red tendrils are gone.
Red tendrils are
Green
gone.
Okay.
You got your green ooze, and behind the green ooze, that cellar door snaps shut. All right. We have next up Pearl. Go ahead and give me that saving throw.
No, I won't, because I have an Eldritch So first of all, I should have done this last time, but like I'm learning this for the first time. So my Eldritch Cannon, which is my little diamond spider, gets its own thing. It gets my
Fantastic.
bonus action, so it's gonna do Protector again. Fuck. Giving me 4, and everyone actually. So any of you who haven't used it replaces. It's the same, but
it's the same amount, okay.
But anyways, if I'd rolled more, you would have taken the more, but I did. I rolled the same. So it gets to do that. And also, I will use Flash of Genius, because I'm so freaking smart. And I'm like, I can do this. And I will myself to do better on this.
I don't want to be that guy. For paralyzed, are you able to take reactions?
So this is a bonus action that it uses my bonus action to do its own action.
Right, I'm saying for Flash of Genius.
When you or another creature you see within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw, you can add. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Never mind, I don't do that.
But for paralyzed, can you use a reaction?
I think, if it's I will allow it if it's a flash of genius, because you're using your brain.
There you go. That's not paralyzed.
Yeah,
That would
brains.
suck.
Well, it gives me a +2 to this plus a 4, so I get a
you're
+6
still there.
to whatever I roll. Don't fuck it us, fuck!
Do you want a new dice? Yeah, that thing's been doing.
Where's that trash can?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think I succeed at all, so I don't.
What was it?
So it's it was a 7 plus 6.
No.
13.
Yeah, great.
You are unfortunately still paralyzed. Tomas, however, it is your turn.
Go Tomas.
Go to Moss.
Can I kitty corner this or no? Yeah,
I'll allow it.
5, 10, 15,
That's a quirk of scaling down a map.
30. And I can see the doors. They're not really swaying with the breeze anymore.
No.
And I hear my compatriots screaming and such.
Oh, it's not quiet anymore.
You hear probably scorching and war cries and.
And I don't see any red goo on the door handles.
You don't see any red good on.
Save some for old Tomas!
And I'm gonna kind of open the doors as hard as I can.
The three of you were focused on this ooze until you hear as Tomas once more kicks down a door and makes his grand entrance.
And I would like to cast a firebolt on the green ooze.
What?
Go for it.
How the fuck can you do that?
I have magic initiative.
Magic initiative. That's great.
I think I took that too.
I took Eldritch Initiate, so that way, because,
Nice.
I took magic initiate.
Eldritch Blast.
well, not for that. I wanted to take the Eyes of the Runekeeper.
That's good.
Yeah. Because Eldros is looking for knowledge. I like
8.
gills.
So that's probably not gonna hit.
No. Your blast goes high as you try to sniper this ooze from in
Probably
between your comrades.
2. Yeah, 2.
And you see it hits the wall behind you and starts to try and catch flame. And you've started to light a tavern full of alcohol on fire.
Blasted!
Literally.
Literally.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to our little goopy friend here. Last person to harm our goop friend here is still sitting right in front.
That's what I'm here for.
Sweet. I'm assuming a 14 does not bother you.
No.
Great.
Shield up. Ready.
All
I
right.
have a shield? I do.
Ah.
It's my backpack. It's on my sheet, but
It's doing a lot of good in there.
yeah.
All right. That's this little green thing. That's all it can do. All right, Eldros, it's all you. And,
Seeing the
Rune, you're on
firebolt
deck.
go wide and the begin to catch a little bit, this gives Eldros an idea, and he's going to say to everybody, "We need to get out of here now." And he's gonna back away towards the door. Actually, I guess I can get out of the door now, right? If I just go backwards this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Out in the cold winter air. I want to hold. I'm going to cast. Man, I did a bad job selecting spells. I'm going to have to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew again. However, as I do so, I'm going to hold an action. I'm holding my action to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew. However, I'm going to use my Awakened Spellbook to switch the damage type to fire.
All right.
And so the cue for that to occur is when my friends have left, because we're going to blow this whole building up. I do not like these oozes.
All right. So next up, we have Bryn.
Hearing Eldros, all right. I'm just gonna attack the Ooze again. 2 strikes. See if she can at least kill this thing. First one, I'm assuming that's a big fat no, as a total 9. Second strike is
I have 2 attacks.
better, but terrible still. 11.
And 11 just makes it.
Ah, it is weak.
I don't know, it's doing a number on us.
It is hittable. Ooh, much better. That is 11.
Nice.
Wonderful. You watch as this ooze loses another tendril. This one splatters up the wall. A little bit kind of gets on Pearl's armor. It's kind of gross. But there's just a little tiny bubble left on the ground that's still animated.
Okay, so it's almost dead. And I still can't really do much to help.
Could we just put that in a jar and just save it for like throw it into
As you
So seeing that it's almost dead. Oh no, I'm gonna save that. Never mind. I'm going to. I can't hold my movement, right? It's only actions.
you can hold a turn or an action.
Right. Okay.
Not your movements.
So I will be the last one out because Pearl's still paralyzed here. So
All right.
the worst case scenario, I'm picking her up.
Nice.
When you missed, however, as you attempted to swing your hammer back, one of the tendrils leapt up and grabbed your wrist and hit you
Okay.
with a natural 20.
Ooh.
And I don't know about you, but I like to double the damage dice when I hit a natural 20 on a crit.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So that is 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I'm waiting for those psychic
Yeah,
damage.
it's like,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
Okay, so
You're fine, right?
This is a little grey nose. It's a weenie.
so math. Okay. Cool.
All right. And we have...
Cool.
Are you moving at all?
No, because I don't want to leave a paralyzed Pearl alone. And I can probably pick her up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm skinny, I think. For a
I
dragon.
have a decent strength.
I got hips, but you know.
I can at least
who
drag
doesn't?
you.
They don't lie.
Yeah.
Pearl, it is your turn.
Oh, it is? Okay. Protector thing from my...
Tomas, you're on deck.
Yep. Ooh!
Nice,
Wee!
nice, nice.
Oh, get 9.
Nice.
Ooh.
Not you. You abandoned me. Not you. Anyone within 10 feet, which is really just you.
Yeah.
You and I. Get it. So it does that. And, I'll use my last flash of genius to try and get the fuck out of this. Don't forget. You're back! But that gives me a 16.
All right. With a 16, you shake off this paralyzation. And you come back.
Cool. But I don't get a turn because that was my turn, but cool.
All right, Tomas, you've got a trembling little tiny pile of goo left. Your 2 compatriots and a tavern that is starting to catch fire.
How much fire is it?
Right now, it's probably up the side of the wall.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of time. Okay.
Thankfully, you're not next to the kegs.
Oh yeah, the explosive
Yes.
kegs.
Everything is fine.
If I move someone, would they take an attack of opportunity? Does force movement on someone else give attack of opportunities? I forget.
Leaving a threatened area.
But forced movement,
But
I don't
force.
believe it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll take
but
that.
if you have to enter the movement to pull someone, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it does, I mean.
I can probably just go 1, 2, pick up this person, and then whoosh out.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay. Are you willing?
I'm surprised for sure. But yeah. Seeing that Pearl's now moving at
Hi,
least.
Pearl.
Pearl's at least screaming, not quite moving, but
As I'm doing this, I'm saying,
Come on, get over here, Shorty. It's you and me.
Alright.
All right. There is one figure remaining between this ooze and the fire behind it.
yeah, why am I here?
oh, I should have grabbed you.
Yeah, no fucking duh, but you're fine.
All right.
No, whatever, it's all good. I'll manage.
Without getting an attack of opportunity. No, no, I took gun.
I saw healing spells.
How is a 13 for you, Pearl?
Doesn't hit.
All right. This tiny little glob attempts to make a little jump at you, but you can move now, and you deftly dodge out of the way, just flexing those muscles that have been like locked into place for what feels like far too long. However, you see the squelching mass start to kind of leave and head towards the door.
With this door?
Yes.
Does it leave my, do I get
does.
Oh, joy. Great. Can't cast a spell. Okay, so I will, two-handed bop it with my, staff of bopping, that looks like a paintbrush.
That is the official name.
It's cost.
Nice. Oh, it was so close to a 17.
Nine.
Unfortunately, not with a 9.
Okay.
You see it kind of squelches out of the way and tries to start wriggling itself underneath the door.
Man, your dice hate you tonight.
I know. This is gonna go in the trash too. Okay, but everyone else is out of action economy. Can I have a turn? Or were you holding stuff?
Yeah.
I was holding something, but it's for the end of the. It's not going to happen.
Right. So I realize that we need to get down the stairs that are here, and I don't want to dig through a burning building to do that. So I'm going to put the fire out of the burning building because I want to continue the journey that I am expecting us to make. So can I spend my action? Oh, I will cast Frostbite to frost
Nice.
over this corner because I am a white dragon.
Lovely use of frostbite.
Thanks.
You cast frostbite and you see it travel up the wall. It sort of spreads across as you see what was damp wall now freezes over, and the fire is out.
Cool. And then I will come out of the building carefully, saying, "It's me! Don't hit me!" The Oozy boy ran through the bar. Thanks for leaving me. I feel like this is a pattern in all of this. Everyone leaves me for whatever fucking reason.
And on that note, it's 8:30.
Yes! Bio break.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
There you go.
Hey.
Welcome back. We have just finished a kind of harrowing combat.
I thought you were going to say salad.
We've also finished some salad, you know? Get your greens, folks. Eat your veggies. It helps when you're fighting ooze. When last we left our heroes, they had just escaped a fight with some red tendrils that led into a cellar below this Rusty Nail Tavern. And fairly well defeated some green ooze, which escaped off into the main tavern room. And now they've reconvened outside, with Pearl getting some verbal licks in for being left behind.
I'm gonna sit down, kind of put my back up against the door. I put the fire out, by the way, just FYI. And I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself and see if that does anything. Does it?
You cast Lesser Restoration, a spell that you know generally repairs most things that are of lesser significance. But Lesser Restoration in this case has failed you.
That's okay. I then cast Cure Wounds.
I'm going to walk over to Pearl, and as she's sitting,
I feel it too.
You do? It's like the fire in my belly is no longer there, and I thought it was the cold, but now I'm thinking it's this place. I'd like to get out of here, but something's going on.
I'm going to look up in the sky, like pondering-ish, and then I'm going to reach into my inventory.
Give me your hand.
And I'm going to produce an object in my hand,
Grip tightly on one end.
and then I'm going to pull. And it's the fortune cookie. And I'm going to see, can you roll like a D2 to see who gets the one with the note in it?
Certainly.
And then whoever gets it will get the thing.
Nice.
All right, 1.
Yeah, do it.
Well,
All right.
It's me?
Yeah.
That's me.
Tomas, you pull away and you see a little white sheet of paper sticking out. I believe it's a D20. Go ahead and roll a D20.
Who got it?
You did. I just have cookie. Can I eat the cookie?
Oh.
And I'm going to read it. And I got a 15?
It says, hold on to each breath, savor it as your last.
Oh. It says, hold on to each breath, savor it as it's your last.
And then I'm going to crumble the paper and throw it on my shoulder.
I never believed in this sort of junk.
Why did you give it to Pearl if you don't believe in it?
Well, for kicks and giggles.
For kicks and giggles, of course.
Talk about kicking me while I'm down. At least that omen's on your shoulders.
ominous.
And I'm gonna like cross myself, but it's fantasy land, so I just do like some
The Macarena.
some little dance. I don't know. I do some like
You see
religious
Pearl
dance.
does like a little flourish with a paintbrush.
Well, we know whatever you and me have. At least you'll get through it.
I hope you get through it too. But
does anybody else want to address the ooze?
Yeah, why don't we go and investigate the basement?
All right. How's everyone doing?
well, I'm still not feeling super hot.
All right. So Brune kind of reaches up and kind of grabs your shoulders and lays on hands. How does I have 35, so how much 10 hit points sound?
Hold on. I'm not good at math in my head.
As you're casting lay on hands and trying to heal the hurt that Pearl has experienced,
Could I get another 10?
Yeah.
you hear some footsteps begin to approach in the snow as you hear some quiet hustling and ducking from around the buildings, and you see a very weak and sheltered lantern light appear from around the corner. What are y'all doing out in the open? Come this way. Get inside.
Can we trust this person?
Well, she's. Are you Ooze?
Well, if I were Ooze, do you think I'd be telling you?
Probably not.
It's best that it doesn't hear you, though. We should get inside. Come with me.
Follow.
Yeah, follow.
I'm gonna put an arm around Brune and just go, you can't just ask something for an ooze, Brune.
It's really rather rude. And you see she leads you to that well-lit building just behind Dan's screen there at the other end.
Oh. Do I need to move this back, or? Okay, we're good.
You just might have to be a little bit more theater of the mind.
Yeah.
All right. It's a little bit off our screen, so we'll just stick here. She takes you inside, and inside there's a comforting, warm fire blazing in a fireplace. The curtains are pulled across the windows. And in this room, you see a delightful assortment of treasures and weaponry and a couple of different oddities that you've seen throughout your travels across the realm. And she kind of puts her lantern down on top of her little sales counter and says, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
"I live here."
Nobody seems to live here.
"Oh, that is true now, isn't it? You've come at perhaps not a great time.
We've come for the meteor!
I see. Would you mind keeping your voice down, friend? I don't exactly know I'm here anymore."
This is down!
"That is unfortunate. All right.
What's your name?
I'm Elena.
Elena. I'm Pearl. These are my companions.
Eldros.
Eldros. Brune.
Tomas!
Tomas. Wonderful to meet you all. You see a middle-aged woman. She seems to have sunken eyes a little bit, as if she's lost a lot of sleep. But a strength behind them. Her curly hair is done up in a cloth that has underneath a fur hat that she's taken off now that she's inside, and she's wrapped in layers of blankets and furs. Right about when the meteor fell, adventurers started coming from all over, of course seeking whatever was in that, and I was hoping to turn a good profit. You'll no doubt have noted I am an antiquarian of sorts, dealing in treasures that the adventurers come as, they like to sell. It's a nice little living I've carved for myself out here, not quite as loud as... Anyway, sorry. I do, however, have noticed some of my neighbours haven't quite been themselves. And some I just haven't seen at all. The bakery across the street, it's normally open every day. Good old Shale is always cooking something lovely that's, not the cheapest of prices. Wheat is hard to grow up in the mountains. But, it's not been open recently.
Right.
And I can't seem to get him to answer the door. And poor Grace stood in with her little young'uns. I haven't seen her very much, but I do still see lights on. She's not coming to the door either.
So we ran into your barkeep, and they're puppeted by Red Goop. And we fought them, and they're awful. And look, guys, this beautiful cloak I once had is covered in Christmas goop.
I did notice your bright colours. I thought maybe it was part of it, but it doesn't really go with the whole, ensemble thing. It's got kind of a quality to it.
Yeah, real.
The rest of you, when you hear that quality, you hear pearlescent.
I hear pearlescent?
You just hear quality.
Oh, okay, I understand.
It's like it almost blurs in your perception.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I assume that's how she talks.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long has your neighbors been unneighborly?
Well, it was rather slow. At first, Bert, the alchemist next door. Usually, she and her wife have been mighty friendly and always looking to buy some goods and whatnot that the adventurers bring by and trade with some potions that I can also sell and enchant some of my goods with, but hasn't been very helpful as of late. And poor Sheila is looking... You know, she's come over a few times, the poor dear, and more she seems to forget and not really be certain of anything at all. Most of all, she doesn't seem to really remember how she and Bert met. And to be honest, I can't really remember either.
Tell me, Elena, where do you draw your water from?
Well, there's the communal well that's in the center of town. It's fed from the hot spring. It is a little bit odd tasting, as it's kind of got a bit of metallic flavor, but that is deeply beneficial when you sit in the baths.
Eldros thinks about, explaining that that's not necessarily true, but he thinks better of it, and says, what do alchemy and baking both have in common? They both require water.
Yeah.
And those
Sort of.
ale
No?
it was kind of watered down a little bit.
Agreed. From what you said.
But we know that the thing's underground because it was in the cellar. What's to say that those two things don't connect? The well in the center and the cellar of the barkeep.
I imagine they probably do.
You're talking about the Rusty Nail Tavern?
Yes.
Yes, the cellar does connect. We have a quite lovely sewer system. You don't often say that about places, but we do need to keep the baths in good working condition. It's our one attraction.
So we go down the well.
Or the
I got a
cellar.
rope.
Or any of the baths. I mean, any place that they draw water from.
Well, the baths are filtered. There's grates and whatnot. You might not want to go through the baths. They're so hot. You don't really want to be swimming in that for a long time.
Why don't we take the trap door? That seems the easiest way to descend.
Well, the thing knows we were going to take the trapdoor. The well might be a good idea to ambush it.
What do you think?
How deep is the well?
The well is about, 30 feet deep.
All right. Well,
There's a winch. Maybe it can carry yourself, but I don't know about your lovely scaly friend or this,
Don't worry, I have a special rope. She takes out the rope of climbing. This is twice as long as we need to be.
She takes out her little spectacle glass and kind of puts it on. Oh, that's a lovely item there. You're most lucky with that one.
I'm gonna take a step forward and pose out.
I say we take it head on, going through the bar and the trapdoor.
Yep, do that! Let's do
Are you mad? You're just shouting and...
Yeah, so... You've got a lovely hoard.
Yeah,
And we're gonna save your town.
I see. I do have a few items to spare.
How about the trade? She kind of takes out her Tim Banesfield guide to language and kind of plots it out. It's like, what can I trade you for this?
Oh, she kind of flips through and...
Just so you know, someone redeemed a woe, and that someone is Matt, and he's the worst. Just keep that in your mind.
Wheel and woe is basically either a minor good or bad thing happens, and it can be very minor.
Okay.
Up to you.
Just FYI, as we're making decisions about...
He is tipsy and he's being chaotic.
he's being the goddamn worst.
Well, this is quite a lovely item. Could always use it myself. I do have a couple of things that might interest you if you're looking to trade a book. I've got a book for a book, if you'd like. What are you looking for exactly?
She kind of turns to the two magical people and be like, what do we need?
This is quite a fine collection. Do you have any, we're dealing with slimes. Did anything that we did seem especially effective?
I hit it real hard.
Ooh, but what hurts is my head. Do you have anything for mental damage when something kind of reaches in there and gives your noggin a scritch.
Do you have any gloves?
Oh, do you need magical gloves or just gloves?
Just gloves would be fine.
I've got just a few winter gloves I could possibly spare.
That would work.
And she goes to the back and leaves you all to look around.
Okay.
I look around
Yeah, I also look around.
with that kind of dragonal glint in my eye.
People can give me perception checks. What have we got in here?
Oh,
I got a 15.
15?
11.
11.
7.
7.
18.
Oh.
We'll handle the sub-10s first. Some of these look like they could be incredibly valuable, especially a couple of these quills. You could make some interesting drawings out of these. You see a few fine feathers. You're pretty sure one of those is a hippogriff feather. And you kind of get distracted a little by those quills.
Yeah. I got sit by the warm fire too.
11. You start looking at the array of weaponry on the walls, giving it a good look over, trying to see slime. You do notice a quite lovely axe up there. Not really sure if that'll chop things off, but hey. What's worth it? Give it a shot. Tomas, with your 15, you notice a kind of glow coming from one of the glass cases. You see a couple of rolled arcane scrolls, not of particular use to you, but you are aware of some of these spells being a magic initiate. You recognize some of the magical language for fireball. And beneath that, you see a necklace, the source of the glow. It's got orange beads around, and 3 are left. It seems to be kind of damaged, but it's a necklace of fireball. Nice. 3 beads, 3 fireballs. Eldros, with your 18, you can choose. You can either choose from the Griffin Saddlebag items that you looked at before, if there's one that also caught your eye that you would like to add, or what are you looking for in particular?
A cube of cleaning, please.
Cube of cleaning!
Lovely.
The cube of cleaning is a dehydrated cube. You see a small, kind of odd little thing just sitting on the corner. It's not even for sale. It's just dehydrated. And as you're staring at it, you see out of the back room with a bunch of gloves of varying colors and textures comes Yelena. And she looks over and she sees, well, janitorial stuff isn't exactly for sale, but you're willing to clean out our sewers. Have that.
Thank you.
That's a cleaning cube. It's a lovely little companion. Usually, gelatinous cubes are rather acidic. This one, however, is soapy. And if you give it a little bit of water, it rehydrates, and it does a wonderful little job of cleaning up your shop.
I would imagine it gets quite big.
A little bit. It's generally pretty transportable. It only gets to about 1 foot size.
Oh, I imagine we can make it bigger than that.
You could theoretically.
Just gonna tuck it into a pocket. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And she doesn't have red goop on her person.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Fuck! 7 again.
Not that you can tell.
Elena,
Yes.
you've been saying they didn't like the bathhouse, correct?
Not so much that they didn't like the bathhouse. Although, some of the attendants have been a little odd.
Well, if we should fail, I would encourage you to pack the fuck up and move, because all of your friends are probably dead.
Right.
So take this beautiful hoard and go somewhere else, far away.
All right, then. I might just grab a few people that are probably fine. Do you think? I'll let Sheila know.
You should look at their feet, and if they've got like red goop under their feet, like tendrils of goopy goops, then you just leave them alone. And if they're not got tendrils, then take them with you.
The floor jam.
Floor jam.
It's maybe better to leave and send correspondence.
Right. I shall. All right, I'm just going to go pop back to my bedroom and my fire and maybe hide under the covers until, get the all clear.
Yeah, morning or something.
Before you go, your fire have you noticed any, your neighbors keeping a fireplace? Smoke coming out of their chimneys?
Well, the blacksmith's always burning. That's a pretty roaring flame. The dormitories have been pretty active, but not of late. There haven't been many, adventurers coming through. There was a couple of, a rather inexperienced lot that were here not too long before you, but I think they packed up and moved on. And then there's also always a small flame coming from the bathhouses. Always keep those going, just to kind of keep the warmth and the happiness that they bring, as you were used to bring. And a small candle that's been flickering from Town Hall.
Keep your fire going.
I'm wondering, perhaps fire. Do these slimes require it for the same reason us require it?
Well, I do remember when we went into the tavern, there was no fire.
And she seemed pretty content on me not lighting one.
Perhaps it damages them.
Or it reveals them because of the light, potentially, too.
Also true.
It's obviously smart enough to at least pretend to have a semblance of a town. I don't know what other creature would do that, would disguise itself that way. Besides a mimic, of course.
I'm gonna scratch my dark brown hair.
Yes!
So like, goopy? Or like, oozy?
It forms and molds into people and things, right?
As far as we can tell.
Because those people, once we walked away, they just left.
I'm sorry, you said it forms into people.
Oh, you mean they were the ooh?
That's why we're telling you to look for this floor jam.
I thought they just went upstairs.
In front of me, I saw the barkeep just turn into ooze.
I just talked to little Sheila the other day. The poor thing was scared out of her mind. She didn't know where she was. And I haven't. Oh goodness. And she starts.
Well, don't
Tears
worry.
coming out.
Elena, we'll check out this storeroom or sewer system and see if we can find the missing people.
Yeah. Okay, you lock your doors.
I shall.
Brune, would you like to lead us?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So she leaves this behind in her fair trade.
I'm gonna make sure to grab the necklace.
I'm gonna change out while we're taking this short rest. I'm gonna reform
Oh, we're doing a short rest?
my Eldritch Cannon, spending a spell slot to do that. So I use my Ring of Spell Refueling to do that.
Nice.
So
Are we doing a short rest?
Yeah, that counts. I would say that this counts as a short
So
rest.
I will.
I took no damage, but I could use.
I'm going to use a hit die.
We were hit die.
It's if you hit short rest, and then you can check off and roll die.
So I'm going to use Arcane Recovery over the course of the short rest, and I will get back my second level spell slot and both my first level spell slots.
Wonderful.
I am right back to totally normal. No hit points lost, no spell slots.
The temp doesn't have a time limit. Yeah. The temp HP.
From your protector.
Oh, it does.
It doesn't. Well, well, I guess before I do it, I can recast it and then reform
Is it like, does it have a time
It doesn't
limit?
say it does.
Okay. Cool.
But if I'm reforming it to be not that,
Nice, I'm at full.
I think in general, temp pitch point lasts till a long rest.
That's what, usually it doesn't say.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have anything that says it can't do that.
Okay, cool.
So,
Still got, we have 9 was the last
yes.
one, right?
Yeah, so I won't redo it because that was a good amount
Yeah, that was
for
great.
that.
Oh, you gave everyone 9, or is
No,
it
it
the
was
people just in the cellar right there?
people,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that was-
I only have the 4 from before.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Yelena makes her way back to her bedroom and kind of timidly closes the door, and you hear as the door latches, and you hear as she slides a lock into place.
Right. Any last things before we go?
I think we're prepared.
All right.
Do you have the gloves?
I'm going to hand over my gloves
Yeah.
to everybody.
I take the prettiest pair.
You find a pair that is made of calfskin leather with some lovely wolf fur kind of poking out. It's embroidered with little snowflakes on the back.
Beautiful.
There's another pair that's definitely more utilitarian. It's got some stains on it. Looks like this is the one that she kind of uses to like move debris out of the
I'll take
way
that
when
one.
there's a really big snowstorm. That's for Tomas. There's one that's kind of like a mismatched pair, as almost like there were 2 pairs of gloves and she just found like one of each. And there's like a purple and a yellow glove.
I'll take those.
Cool. And last, there's a pair of mittens. Perfect.
That's adorable.
Perfect. For my dwarven
Paladin mittens. Smittens.
Oh, spin! Perfect.
So we're gonna head towards the thing. Are we doing so stealthily?
Well,
Doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters when we're out here. You know, I feel like they have like senses on us.
Yeah, they're
everywhere.
definitely watching us.
any stealth is not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's not like we're a
contribute
stealth
very much.
group.
I'm gonna really.
We have Tomas. Like,
Yeah,
we're
same.
not-
Also, I have awful stealth.
You're also just yelling all the time.
Yeah.
There's
Go
no
to
way
the
we're sneaking.
tavern and dip my big paintbrush into my shadow ink using the entirety of it, and I will write on the front facing tavern, turn back on it as a warning.
In common.
In common and in draconic and primordial. I'll just write it 3 times in different languages, and I will kick down these 2 lights as I do that.
Wonderful.
So.
You all watch as Pearl paints in 3 different languages turn back and destroys the 2 lights, casting the tavern door into darkness.
Which causes it to. The ink can only be read in total darkness, and it will. It's like neon. It's like fucking neon, I guess.
Nice. It's like an open sign.
Yeah.
You see it change into this bright ultraviolet purple that blazes out into the night.
And I just don't feel as satisfied as I thought I would doing that, so.
Rune's gonna speak the word to animate the rope of climbing and tell it to tie itself to. It has like one of those thingy mabobs.
Eyeballing this, will Pearl fit? Pearl is like the widest of us, probably.
Yeah, it's a fairly wide well.
Okay.
It looks like someone could go down there.
Cool.
All right,
Tuck
so
my tail in.
I can command it to wrap around and knot itself on one end, and then drop and tail it just to go all the way down and coil at the bottom when it's done.
All right.
All right, we ready? Let's go. She just starts climbing down.
So you all begin to climb down this rope into the well, and let's go get a better look at the silver.
It can carry up to 3,000 pounds,
Whoa!
so it can definitely carry all of us.
Wow, that's a great rope.
Yeah,
It's a magical rope.
it's a magical rope.
I've never done D&D where the destination is the sewers. The sewer's always the thing to get to the
The
destination.
destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
This is a sewer level.
Ooh.
It is the same size as
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, so it should just overlap it nicely.
These are really nice.
I know, right?
Them.
Dang, look at this.
Did you like go to FedEx or something?
FedEx. I love the idea of getting a FedEx. Yeah, not a sponsor, but a great service. Dang, look
Where are
at
we
that.
entering from?
I'm guessing.
That circle is right there.
Right, that makes sense.
So,
Oh, the goop does not come with us. Here, you can have this goop back.
Fuck. Okay, so these are probably the bathhouses.
Well,
Is there steam coming out of these rooms, probably?
Yes.
Okay.
There's also some steam coming from the water itself. These seem to be naturally fed hot springs. You see various pipes carrying water to and from. In the area that you're in, there's a major pipe jumping right into the central area, and there's a couple of tunnels leading off, as well as a sewer gate directly behind you that seems to have rusted shut over time. It doesn't seem accessible.
Is it dark in the area?
It's relatively dark. You see some light glimmering from the hallways to the Joe Ari side.
do you want to turn the battle cam on, please?
Oh yes.
So everyone can admire your beautiful hand.
I'm going to use my second mage initiative cantrip, which is light.
Oh, I've got magical
You
light too.
also do have magical light in the form of Pearl's paintbrush, which is illuminating 30 feet in the area. So where you are, it is very visible. Kind of off down the sewer
Nice.
trails, I guess. Not a whole lot. You do, however, notice that there's some debris kind of breaking through the wall directly behind Brune.
Oh,
how deep is the water that we're standing in?
yeah.
The water's not truly deep. It's kind of like up to your knees and most people's mid calves.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like ready to like wade through. All right. I think we leave the rope as an escape. But if we ever need it, we can command it to come back down.
One thing that you notice in this sewer is the distinct smell of just like the worst rotten eggs.
Oh, sulfur.
Sulfur?
I smell that too.
I love a good egg.
But is that because it's a hot spring? Have you ever been in a hot spring that didn't smell like eggs?
Would I know that is
Anyone
like a
who would
mineral
like to
component?
can give me a history check.
Yeah, for sure.
Does this count as stone?
I'll allow it. Use that stone cunning.
Listen,
9.
I'll have
10.
it doesn't matter. It's natural.
Sweet.
Plus
What was
2.
yours? Nice.
11.
Sweet. Believe it or not, Tomas comes in strong here. Sulfur is a type of, frequently used bath. And Yelena did mention that there's something in this water. Couldn't quite remember what it was.
Something metallic. Okay. If I was a goop, where would I be hiding?
Well, first of all, I'm going to bend down and I'm going to look. Is there any goop in the water? Like, we should probably be careful about that. And actually, I'm going to say we probably shouldn't be in the water until we can ascertain that it's safe. I'm going to wade out a little bit.
Of course.
And I'm going to follow through.
And you hear down the tunnels,
Ray's actually gonna go to the side and see if she can see anything down that long stretch of broken in. See if there's any
Can
goop
you
that way.
fit in there?
Maybe.
So you look, it looks like a tight squeeze. At certain narrow parts, it looks to be maybe 1.5 feet across. You might be kind of edging through. You might have to leave something behind.
It's pretty tight. That wouldn't be my first option.
If I scoop some of the water into my hands, then cast Frostbite and make it a frozen disc,
Ooh.
it gives me an opportunity to look a little closer at it. Is it goopy?
So you look at this water, and it's not clean. This is definitely a much used warm water. There's stuff growing in it. There's a bit of algae. Looking around at the pipes, there's probably a filtration system in here somewhere, but no goop. This is all stuff you would expect to find in a sewer.
Okay.
No goop in the water. At least this water right now.
Nothing obvious. All right.
You said there was debris coming through here?
So that's the gate.
Okay.
The debris is where Brune is looking at.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'll probably join Brune then over here and take a glance down.
I'm gonna take a glance down the fiery bits.
All right. Brune and Eldros, you look down this path, and it seems like something's been hollowed out this way. Things have been shifted aside. Rocks are pushed up against the walls, and it seems like something kind of squished its way through there. Pearl, you kind of look down the hallways here, and you come to a door that's kind of in front of. You see a small little window that allows you to look in, but the door itself is solid.
Does it open?
It does open.
That's a very big ooze.
And you see a giant gelatinous blob.
Oh,
I like how that glistens.
there's a little bro in there.
Is there really?
Yeah. There's a little skull and
As
skull.
you see
that's
it
so cool.
undulating in this light, it's in the far corner away from the fire.
Okay.
But you see a couple of tendrils angling up the pipes. Specifically, that one that's farthest away from me, that's leading out.
Yeah.
That one right there, yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be edging around away from the flames and the furnace, but definitely trailing upwards. And as you have opened the door, you see things shift below the gelatinous figure as faces begin to push and strain against the ooze and stare at you.
I close the door. Fuck this shit.
No.
Oh, my car's not here.
Have you seen that movie? Nope. It was really bad, but that's my opinion. Never mind. Actually, I can't talk about it because people on the stream probably haven't seen it.
Nope.
But, so never mind.
Coming back.
I'm gonna join the group of two here.
There's a super sketchy group in this room.
Oh my.
I'm gonna go over there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's got tendrils up as if it's like underground puppeting. You know? Have you guys seen marionettes?
Did you look in the other room?
I haven't, but somebody else can.
I'm gonna go peek in this room.
As you go to look, you hear, "Hello?
I'm gonna stop.
Hello? Somebody down here. Help. What was that roll for?
Where's that? I'm just trying to decide what my character would do.
Gotcha.
Where is that sound coming from?
It doesn't sound like it's coming from behind the door. It echoes around you. Brune and Tomas, you hear it more clearly coming from the hallway.
Oh, it sounds like something's down there.
Or something wants you to think something's down there.
Please. It's been feeding on me.
Are we goddamn adventurers or not? We need to help people. We need people to sing our tales.
Can't sing your tales if you're dead.
This is like
Right, I
echoing
can't
through
fit.
the sewer, right?
As I hear that, in my memory flashes the fortune cookie and the note of the last breath.
Simmer down, my friend. Simmer down. Be quiet. You're gonna look in that room?
Kind of stopping and looking at the voice, I will just take a peek into the room.
All right. You look inside, and go ahead and give me a perception check, because you're just looking through the window, right?
Yeah. 18.
All right. With an 18,
Oh no.
Oh no!
you see a couple more of those green ooze-like figures.
Tell me what you want them.
My
Scatter them
imagination.
around in the corners.
This was the blacksmith. This was the bathhouse.
I think they're both bathhouses.
Oh, yeah?
There's two, you know?
Well, there's one to the north and one to the south.
Oh yeah, for male and female.
Yeah, but pipe me. Oh, like that's north now.
So with your perception check of an 18, things that you heard from Pearl don't quite match up with the ooze you see in this room. There's no tendrils issuing forth from them going up the pipes. They seem to be a little bit more mindless, these ones. They're kind of just squelching around. You do, however, see, like you did with the last green ooze, small bits of bone peeking out.
Okay. slowly back away from this door.
Well,
There's more of the small ones in there.
so 2 different types of oozes. One's gross, and the other one's even grosser.
There's potentially a civilian down here, though.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I think we should go carefully and go skeptically. These things can mimic people. What's to say they're not going to mimic voices?
That's a risk we have to take.
Right? Just keep your wits about you and don't get stuck in that cavern. I can see that you've been eating a lot of meat lately.
I've been eating just enough meat to sustain my beautiful physique.
Tomas, I one time saw you eat 7 drumsticks. That's too much.
When Eldra says, Tomas, I one time saw you eat 7.
What was that?
Drumsticks.
I'm gonna flick my ear, like go into my ear and like try to pull out some earwax, and look at my hand and see nothing.
Yeah, that was the night of the revelry from the blacksmith guild's quest that we did that one time.
Of course you don't remember it. You drank so much.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would remember eating so many.
And when I say this word, am I able to say it?
You say you remember eating so many.
I'm sorry?
what?
Did you not hear me? I said the word.
So you don't really say anything. It's like it's on the tip
that's
of your
why.
tongue.
Are you drooling a little bit?
I can't say that.
You're
What?
hollow, right? You feel that. Your heartbeat's a little dimmer now, right?
As you're having this discussion, you hear another voice. Hello. Hello, please. Please, they've got my son. Please.
Is it from the same direction as the first one?
It is.
Can I tell, do those seem
down
like
there
they're
still.
coming from the exact same place, as if it might be the same entity trying to use a voice on us?
It's definitely coming from the same hallway. But it leads off into the darkness.
Does anyone have anything to make this wider?
Wider? No, but I could make people smaller.
Ooh.
How it's a level. What level is a large and relief?
As she's doing this, I'm just going to take out one of my copper pieces, cast light on it, and just thumb thick it down this kind of area.
You flick it off, and you hear, light, light. There's light. Hello.
All right.
If you can hear us, we're coming for you, but you have to tell me what is your favorite season and why.
All of us are just me.
Just you.
All right. I truly adore autumn. It's got the most wonderful leaves, and every once in a while we have a lovely pie at the harvest festival. Oh, they make such wonderful pies.
You're doing a great job. You said all of us. How many are back there?
Well, there's myself, and there's Shale, and Shale's son, wee little lad. I think you best hurry. There's more out there by you.
Oh, that's okay. These are the real people then.
It seems like perhaps, yes.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think these are Grace's youngins that Elena said.
Yes.
Grace, yes, that's Mum.
How can they get closer? Can you get closer to us?
And you see, with the light of the coin, if you would put them right at the corner there.
Ugh, little Mac.
Oh.
No.
They were a child in session 1 of our campaign.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see 2 small halfling children.
What we've
Poke
got to
their
say
heads
though.
out.
Can I look really close? Do they have any floor jelly about them?
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
Remember that it's a little bit lit.
That is going to be a 27.
Whoa.
19.
You watch your companions' resolve harden. They desperately want to save these poor children that are trapped by whatever ooze has kept them prisoner and is feeding off of their memories. feeding off of their memories. You look, and you see 2 floor jam tendrils.
I'm gonna approach from behind. I'm gonna put a hand on Tomas and on Brun and just go, they have tendrils as well.
Oh, so they're not real. Oh, here.
All right. We just kill all the fuckers then.
Well, I sent down my diamond thing, so a glistening diamond starts making its way on its spider legs. It can move. Yeah, it can go 60 feet, I think. Yeah. It has legs, so it can do that. So it can go.
All right, your little crystal diamond spider
I love that.
clitters off into the darkness to meet the 2 children.
It can't do shit while it's there, I guess.
Is it
But
gonna what is this? I don't like spiders, says the youngest boy.
that's okay. It's just gonna chill there. That's why it's just
All
gonna
right.
be there.
All right.
Please, we so wish to go home.
Right. I'll lead out the big one. You said the big one is in that one?
Yeah. Should we take care of that one first? Maybe it went up and over. Maybe that is that.
You said it was reaching into the pipes.
Yeah, it could have.
If there's more pipes on the other side, it could be trailing tendrils through them.
Right. So it's either up into the city or it's that.
I think we need to accept that it can attack us from any angle down here.
Okay. But I don't think going into that layer where we're going to be at a disadvantage because it's tiny is helpful. So I think we start with the one that we know we can access and
Agreed,
then
yes.
move through.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, you first.
I'd be honored.
We're going towards that one?
Yes.
As we're walking in that direction, this pipe right here, does that seem like it connects to this room? Can we see like the flame through there?
Ooh,
You
smart,
do. You
smart.
see a little flicker of light. There seems to be a couple of curves, but there's definitely some light issuing from there.
Is anybody small enough or brave enough to go through here?
The pipe itself is about 4 feet wide.
Small enough.
Wait.
I could
Brave
shimmy.
Brune, thank you.
All right. I'll try to shimmy.
Oh, Mistress, the spider's left.
You will go with a companion.
Okay.
And I will stand here with you. As
Then,
well.
Tomas, don't respond.
The light's leaving.
Just blink once
It's
if you
so dark.
understand. We are going to go wait by the other door, and we will attack from the other side. Blink, don't respond. Excellent. So me and Tomas are gonna sneak our way over here to try to be ready for this pronged attack.
All right, the 2 of you go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Okay.
Army crawl through the 2.
Recall through the 2.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
8.
5.
Alrighty.
Stealth.
My
so
spider will
stealthy.
just kind of attach onto you.
Okay.
It will share your space.
Brune, you hoist yourself up into the pipe and you begin your practiced army crawl through the pipe. And you watch as the crystal diamond spider leads the way, and you get to the pipe entrance, and there's a grate. It seems like this is one of those filtration mechanisms. It does, however, seem to be relatively thin, as if you could burst through it.
All right.
While you are fussing with that, Tomas and Eldras, wonderfully done, you make your way towards the main door to the boiler room,
Super quietly.
so stealthily.
The most stealthy.
And as you are watching for any approaching enemies, you both step loudly into the sewer water as splashes announce the direction of your coming.
Cool.
All right. You are in position. Everyone roll for initiative.
So whoever's within 10 feet of me gets +2.
I think, am I just within 10 feet on the other side of this door? Probably not, because
I don't know if I have like
technically-
actually in the room or
And I
not.
think technically the door
each
is
square
here.
is 5 feet. You are like through the wall 10 feet.
Yeah.
Where is the door? Is the door this thing right here?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm right here. So no, I'm not. Neither of us are close enough.
The door. Oh, sorry. The door is. Oh, that's a.
This?
Oh, that's a tiny skinny thing.
So actually,
we would get it then.
Tomas gets it, and I don't.
Oh, nice.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +2 to your initiative.
I don't need it because I got a 17.
What are we rolling for?
Initiative.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, a 19 plus 4, 23.
Okay, cool. Spider's on you. I'm good with that.
All right, Alana.
That is a total of 14.
14, and last but not least, Ari.
6. Could you read the initiative order out? Sorry.
All right, so at the top of the order, we have Tomas. Following Tomas, we have Eldras. And then we have Brune. Trailing behind Pearl. You don't know about the other things yet.
That's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you are in position. And Tomas, your first to act.
Being the most gumptious person in the world, he is probably just going to kick down the door.
All right. You kick down that door, as is your style, and clattering throughout the sewers. You open the door, and you see this giant ooze figure.
And I'm going to yell,
Get ready, here comes Tomas!
Do you want to move this way?
oh no, I'm going to stay. Would Eldros be able to get through me if you had to?
I think you can.
You can move through it. You can move through an ally's
Okay.
space. You just can't end there.
I'm just going because I'm only going to cast Fireball because I think they're not Fireball. Bolt. No, I'll start off with a Fireball. You might not.
A fireball.
Yeah, I have it. You know, you got to
Yeah,
use
you
it.
gotta
you know?
use that fireball necklace.
So what is that? 3d6s? Mm-hmm. Can I borrow some d6? 1d6, please.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have given you the one that's actually the same size as the rest of them.
Whatever. It is a 6, a 5, and a 5. Wow, that's really good. 16.
Okay.
Do I add any modifiers?
Hold, please. 1 second.
Spell attack bonus?
For
it's
an item,
From
though?
the item.
Oh, from the item?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I have magic initiative as a wizard, though. So does that give me anything?
What's your spell attack bonus? But I don't know if fireball you get it.
I don't know if I needed
Yeah,
that
so
for
never
magic
mind.
initiative. It doesn't matter. 16 is fine.
All right. Oh, it's not 4d6. That's 8d6.
Per fireball?
Yeah, on a failed save. Gotta take a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, do I have to roll more dice?
You might.
Oh no.
Wait, within a 20-foot
8d6?
radius, though?
20-foot radius is like this whole room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit yourself if you do that. And you're gonna
Brune.
hit your ally.
And the spider.
I'm not in the room technically.
Oh, because you're in the pipe. Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Boom.
Oh, is it a
right.
20-foot radius? I can't, like,
Yeah.
20
center
foot
it?
radius. Would you like?
well, yeah. So you can center it on the thing, but you can't center it in a place you can't see.
20-foot radius is this whole template. So centering it here, you're still hitting yourself. No, actually, if you center it here, you're just out of
outside of
range.
range.
Nice.
All right.
Like,
Whole room with a fireball. That's
saved
amazing.
your own
I mean,
eyebrow.
Tomas wouldn't even think of that, honestly.
I know,
He
yeah,
just-
yeah,
He
no, that
just
makes
kicked down the door,
perfect
here comes Tomas.
Yeah, it's 8d6.
Thank you.
Dang.
Need one more?
16.
Here's sponge.
That's a third level spell?
Yeah, I like the ones with numbers better.
Is it D6? Damn.
16,
You might fix that.
That's
And
nice.
it's a DC 15.
19, 20, 26, 28. 28.
All right, so that's 28. You see the ooze tries to flatten itself up against the wall. A couple of its skulls begin to catch fire, and it is not enjoying these flames. All
Less
right.
enjoying it than something otherwise might enjoy it.
You're not in the room.
Alright.
Nice try.
Anytime.
All right. Give me back to my DM tools. Wow, that magical. There we go. Come back again, please.
These are such cool minis.
All right. After Tomas, we have Eldras.
Dope. So from this doorway, I can see through this. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. What I will do is peeking around the corner, seeing the red tendrils, and in my mind thinking that all of these creatures are in some way connected. I'm going to reach up to my hat and just say, "Ready, buddy?" And I'm going to hold my hand out, and all of a sudden, all the little dust particulates and everything in the air seem to almost slow as I cast slow on this creature. And that is going to be a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right.
How wise is an ooze?
I'm hoping not.
How wise is this ooze? Not paying attention to you, apparently. That's an 8.
That is going to be a failure.
All right.
So, this creature is now considered slowed. I know it can only take one action.
Okay.
Let me just pull this up really quick. Sorry, it could choose to... Your speed is halved. Takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both.
Okay.
And regardless of its abilities or magical items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Cool.
And if it casts spells or something else, but I don't think these cast spells, so... yeah.
You watch as this monstrous ooze begins to move even slower than before.
That makes it worse.
Pulsating and throbbing. You see arms reach out. One, you catch a glimpse of a certain bartender's hand and towel reaching out through the ooze. You hear, "Oh, please help."
I don't think it was lipstick.
That's what we call a callback, folks. All right. Thank you, Eldros. Next up, we have Brune.
All right. So I'm going to try to bust through this filter and ruin this hot spring for everyone.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check or athletics if that's better.
Right now, you are the filter. The hot
Yeah,
spring is-
pretty much.
Yeah, you.
If you just like plug it up, you could get like shot through after, I don't know, maybe like 60 turns.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
All right.
I hurt my hand.
So you attempt to punch through, and you've exchanged your gauntlets for these cute little gloves. You've got mittens. You got smittens. Unfortunately, the smittens are not as effective as they are cute, and you kind of have to like shake your hand off a little bit. Oh, that stings.
Just hear a thud because it's just like muffled by the red material.
You do hear like some like light swearing coming from your paladin friend in the pipe.
Get it? Light swearing?
Can I see through the grate, or is it blocking
You can
my
definitely
vision?
see. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything I can do from here? I can't see him. Never mind.
Good call. I haven't really thought about that. I have to be within 60 feet.
That's an action. Never mind.
also,
Everything I would
I'm
do,
a melee
I can't do. 'Cause I can't see anyone.
So,
All right. That's it.
All right.
I'll try to break through again next turn.
So you
can't see
watch
through the grate?
as the ooze
I can't see the angles or whoever wants to.
shudders and a tendril begins to snake out very slowly, of course. And it reaches out towards the thing that hurt it most, which is Tomas. Flexing in the corner, very proud of his new necklace. And it reaches out and it attempts to swat at you. Again, slowly.
a slow swat.
That's a 9.
I have 21 AC.
It's just like slowly reaching towards you, you're like, no.
Just kind of-
step away.
You watch as it just... And you, not even quickly, just like kind of...
You can
Watch
hear
it go by.
Tomas do this kind of like maniacal laugh. Ha 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 ha!
It's not quiet.
Yeah, no, maniacal.
Ah, yes, that is certainly maniacal.
All right. And you see it kind of begin to retract backwards. And that brings us to Pearl.
Free action. Does there seem to be anything coming from this room?
Not at the moment.
All right. Bonus action. My tiny creature can move 15 feet because it has legs to walk, so it can move through the grate because it's tiny. And then part of the bonus action, it can activate. It now has flamethrower.
Ooh.
So it's gonna make a 15-foot cone, of which I need you to make a dex save, of which you get a -2 because of slow.
Yes, you
All
do.
right.
Yeah, I made you move a little forward if it
Yeah,
wanted
move it
to.
up, no worries. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Dex save, you said?
Yep.
It's a 14.
That's what.
Oh, spell slave DC. Oh, with the -2?
That's with the -2.
Nice.
That's okay. So it still takes half damage.
That's wicked.
5 is 13, so half of 13.
7.
Right.
7. And the fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
All right.
And that's my tiny objects bonus action thingy. I still get a whole
That's a
turn.
dope bonus action.
That is a dope bonus
Yeah,
action.
I don't get an extra attack, but that's still fine. I can't get there. What the fuck do I want to do? I'll move up here, and I'll sort of get a. Can I get a line of sight if I peer in?
Eldros is sort of in the way.
Yeah.
You can kind of move like around him a little bit if you'd like, but you would have to take a step in front of him.
I guess I will. I'll do that. And I will cast. I guess staying with the fire theme, I will cast Fairy Fire on it.
Nice. Fairy
And
fire's
each
great.
of it's gonna glow in a rainbow sphere. At some point when I find the Fairy Fire sheet. Here it is.
It takes a save, right?
Each object from the 20-foot cube is ranged as outlined in a color of my choice, of which I pick rainbow.
Certainly not pearlescence.
I need a dex save.
Okay. Again, -2. That would be a natural 20, which would bring me to a 22.
Dang.
How does this work? It says any creature. Oh.
If it fails,
Alright.
yeah.
So, all the rubble and the pipes glow, but the creature itself does not.
Gotcha. All right. And after Pearl,
Oh, I see more things.
would you mind putting that behind Brune? From the pipe above you, Brune.
Do not
walking
like
behind,
this.
You see a tendril snake through. All right.
This is just organs. Man.
These are super fucking dope.
Yeah.
And Brune, this tendril reaches out.
I like the gloss.
It doesn't quite reach as it attempts to make its attack at you. But it does touch a little bit. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Is this? I want to know if it's slowed, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, we can't talk.
Dang. That's probably already.
We did it move up. Did it go already?
No.
Yes.
So then this thing can't be slowed because it's already taken.
I have a dumb question about D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Would it automatically put my +4 on top of my saving throws already?
For what?
For auras,
aura?
no, I don't
Probably
believe
not.
so.
No? Okay. I just
It
wanna
adds it
make
in
sure.
later.
Okay. So that's a 20 total.
20 total. All right. So you feel this thing touch you, but it kind of recoils a little bit. All right. Next up, we're back to the top of the order with Tomas and Eldros. You're on deck.
Okay.
After that maniacal laugh, I'm just going to say,
Calm down! I will not calm down! Oh. Someone did tell me to calm. Never mind!
and I'm gonna cast just a firebolt.
All right. That's a save, yes? Or is that a that's a melee range spell attack?
Yes, ranged spell attack.
That's you.
That's an 8. Do I add anything for? I asked this before. It's like magic initiative. Do I add like my wisdom?
You specifically don't add anything.
Okay, that's an 8.
So you watch again as your firebolt goes a little wide. This time, however, it starts to feed the flames of. Yes.
And I just remembered I have a second attack. The first time in this game I have remembered.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna do it again.
You can't. Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, you can't double cantrip. Yeah, you can't.
Can't
Sorry. You can cast a first level spell.
Okay.
No, my first level of the spell is sense magic or detect magic. So I'm going to just I think I have something in my inventory. I can throw it. I can throw my shield.
Sweet.
Improvise plus
Exactly what it's for.
14.
All right. You throw your shield out, and weirdly enough, it hits.
Yep.
It almost seems like it wasn't fast enough to dodge out of the way.
That AC. Slow is such a spell.
Go ahead and give me a D8. That's a good shield.
D8,
Here.
D8. Thank you so much.
I just fished a bunch out because I ate a bunch.
4 plus
All
what? Any modifiers? I got a plus 4 to strength or plus 2 to
It's
dex.
a ranged weapon, so it's going to be dex.
Okay, so 6.
All right.
Proficiency bonus now.
It's Captain America. flinging his shield.
Just flinging shields.
I mean, he's pretty crazy, so you know.
When it hits the cube, your shield lights up.
Ooh.
There's a cube. The cube exists.
It's a lovely purple shield now.
So.
All right. Thank you, Tomas Eldras.
So, I'm already concentrating, so I can't cast any more concentration spells. What I will probably do instead, because now we have Pearl in here and I can't quite tell, and I know that we have stuff out here, and I from where I am right now, I can't see this creature.
Correct. Pearl's in the way.
You have to leapfrog again.
I'm leapfrogging again.
Nice.
10 more feet. And as I do, basically what I am doing is I'm reaching over Pearl. I'm using Pearl's armor, kind of like broad shoulders, as like a tripod. And I'm going to aim my hand and cast Scorching Ray on this creature.
Ooh, I'm familiar with that
You know
one.
what? Actually, no. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt on this creature. And using the animated book, I'm switching the damage type from lightning to fire.
Ooh.
So as I reach out, there is this moment, like a spark, and the spark becomes a flame, and the flame ripples in a line towards
That's
this
super
creature.
cool.
I need a dexterity saving throw. Yeah,
Alrighty.
you make that sound.
That is a 12.
A 12? That is a failure.
Alrighty.
All right, that is 8d6 fire damage.
Oh.
4, 6. Can I borrow 2d6?
Yeah, totally here. Here's one.
Ari's just the bake of dice.
No, I always know Ari has dice.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 21, 22, 24 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
It did not like that.
Good.
You hear it shrieks and roars as the fire catches hold on it. You see embers leaping off. You hear wails of sadness and anguish coming from deep inside.
It's mine. Two of those are mine.
It's like, those don't look familiar.
Do I get the sense that the people inside this thing are still, like, alive?
You can make a check. Sir.
Ask them their favorite season.
I don't know. That felt like a good call.
No, it makes sense
way.
I can
though.
hear from within the slime, I'll never see autumn again. All right, that's my turn, yeah?
All right. Next up, we have Bryn.
Okay. So, if I were to try to swing my hammer, I'm guessing it's a no. There's not enough room in here.
Not enough room, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna make another attempt at breaking down this filter so I can at least like move.
All right.
Yeah, you break down that glass ceiling.
It's another natural one.
Oh,
My
God.
bad.
So it's not happening, guys.
Here.
I'm stuck in here forever.
Next rolls. There you go.
Everybody, where's Brune?
You just hear like thumping and just like this stupid fucking. And for my bonus action, I can see. Can I see Aldras, or is he like too close to like my?
You can't see Eldros. Can't really see Tomas either.
Yeah.
You do, however, can kind of look down and see that tendril behind you.
Yeah.
You see my tiny little diamond? It's very glittering.
But like
Shine bright.
all of my attacks require me swinging something, and then all my buff things require me seeing people. So I can't do either.
We did a good job crowd controlling you.
You all sent your paladin into a tube.
Yeah.
Tube of Paladin isn't working.
I'm just gonna. So I just like yell as my bonus action. I can't break the stupid filter. As you just hear like ineffective thumping.
I don't know what that means. Thomas, help her.
Look, she's locked and loaded though.
All right.
Actually, question: can I
Yes.
make my second attack to attempt to break it down again?
yeah, go for it.
Nice.
Much better.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, that's a 14. If I'm adding my strength, it's a 16.
Wonderful. You burst down that filter, and you're free of this pipe tendril behind you.
I'm just
Finally,
on the ground.
you're soaked, and honestly a little smelly, kind of sulfuric, but also a little bit rusty. It's ugh.
fucking hell. All right.
There's Brune.
So
Asking
Yeah.
we shall receive.
if I still have my bonus action, I can cast Shield of Faith on Eldros.
All right.
Nice.
So that gives you a +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes while I can cast it. I can hold it.
Excellent. Oh, that's great.
All right, that's it.
I'm a squishy boy.
All right. It shrinks back a little bit, that main body that you see there. You see it reels in some of its tendrils, and again, very slowly, attempts to whip out. This time, Brune is in the way of its desired target and wants to get you out.
There.
That would be 22.
Ooh, hits.
All right. Let's see, how many do I have? Okay. That's 10 points of bludgeoning,
Okay.
because I don't believe slow affects damage, right?
Nope. Just AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions, only an action or a bonus action.
All right, and that's 3 points of psychic damage to you.
All right.
All right, and that's that thing, which brings us to Pearl.
Bursting forward with my paintbrush of bonking, I'm gonna go in melee range with this guy. And I would like to make a bonk attack. Two-handed,
All right.
FYI.
Two-handed bonk.
Nice bonk.
16 plus 6 is 22 or something. And because this is it's my divine weapon, it's my arcane firearm, it's everything, and I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade through the attack.
Whoa!
So
All right,
it's a bunch of like stacked damage.
nice.
I just have to hit once. Okay, so that's. Oh shit. So that's 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17, plus 2 for my strength mod.
Is this a ranged attack, or is this a...
It's a melee attack with
Right.
my thing. Oh, and some of this damage is, that is fire. So 2 of it's fire, and a bunch of it is bludgeoning?
17.
17 of it's bludgeoning.
Did you roll your attack?
I did. I hit it. It was like a 20.
Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely hitting.
But like, it was a lot.
It was high.
Sorry.
22.
So I do that.
All right, so 4 damage. 2 damage?
No, hold up. Sorry.
2
It
fire.
was 15 bludgeoning
15
plus
bludgeoning.
2 is
17.
17 plus 2 of that is fire.
Plus 2 more, so it's 19?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha. Lovely.
And then also my spellcast ability modifier is another plus 2 because it's a spell as
Wonderful.
well. So
Good night.
that's my action. My bonus action, I'll give it to my little guy who will get in position, like kind of, yeah, like can scurry up in the So that way it's casting the cone not at me.
Ah, smart.
Yeah, because it's a cone, and it will do that. So I need a dex save from the guy. Oh, no, not that one.
Oh no.
Green Flame Blade is
Run away,
It's a melee spell attack that you do.
that's
Like,
action, right?
yeah.
That's an 8.
Cool, that's great. 8. Dang.
Takes hella damage. 8 plus 5 is 13 fire damage on the guy from the diamond.
All right.
Nice.
You hear shrieking and wailing as this thing catches fire. And for being an ooze, it's very flammable. You see flames crawling up its tendrils, its pods that are hanging off of it and dripping. But the thing that you don't see is flames on the tendril that follows Brune out of the pipe. Would you mind moving that little tendril forward for me? Thank you.
Sure. He's gonna go there.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, so this is Ooze 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
These
probably
squelching
another
noises make me have to pee a little. Like,
I remember you saying that the last time you used
oh,
it.
yeah, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found the brown noise.
It's like, oh, I gotta pee.
All right. It whips around wildly back and forth, aiming, of course, for the last thing it was going after, which is Brune. That's a 13.
13 does not hit.
All right. And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw again.
All right. Ooh. 25.
Wonderful. Once again, you see this tendril attempt to wrap around you and it kind of recoils a little bit. Can't seem to make any lands or whatever.
My head is too empty.
Your head is too empty. All right, that brings us back to the top of the order with Tomas.
All right, I'm gonna.
Flexes again as a reaction.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cast Firebolt. That's a 16.
You casting at the little slow guy there?
Oh, is he still alive?
Yeah, still alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
for some reason I thought he was dead. I don't know.
All right.
Burning.
Yeah, burn him.
16. 16 hits.
Yep.
So you want to roll damage.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I
yeah,
totally forgot
It'd be nice.
how D&D works for a second.
Thank you.
We only play it twice a week, every week.
D10. This is a D10, right?
Yes.
That is a 6 plus nothing.
You watch as this thing erupts in flame before dying and becoming a sizzling pile of goo.
I'm gonna say,
Remember the name Tomas!
That's its response right there.
and then for my second attack, I'm gonna turn to the one next to us, and I'm gonna see like it has like a head in the ooze, and I'm gonna say,
They always say if you want to aim for the head, you gotta aim first for the...
and then I'm gonna kind of like try to figure out what I
tentacle,
and then I'm just gonna hit it. That's a 12 plus.
No plus?
No plus?
No plus?
No plus.
You reach to swing and it deftly moves out of the way. Eldras.
All right, so I see that other one burning. My concentration ends, so... I am going to see that... first of all, how's Brune looking? Just eyeballing. You looking kind of hurt?
Nope.
Looking great?
Still fine.
Okay, everybody's looking great, it looks like.
Yeah, everything's
Those
good.
temp hurt health.
So I'm going to take like 10 feet of movement to get to the other side of Tomas. And I'm going to again... I am going to cast Scorching Ray at this point on this little creature over here.
All right.
Nice.
So that is, I believe, Scorching Ray. Where am I here? Okay, so it's a ranged spell attack. That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
All right. You see the ooze kind of like separates as your blast seems to aim straight at it, and then it just separates.
Oh, I get to make a roll for each ray. There's 2 more.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Nice. Second one is a natural 1.
Wonderful. With your natural 1, you see it kind of like almost Star Wars style. It goes straight into the pipe.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Final ray. That's gonna be an 11.
Sweet.
Great use of a 2nd level spell slot right there. And then I'm gonna take 10 more feet of movement just to get right back to where I was. And that is my turn.
All right. Next up, we have Bryn.
All right. So, seeing the big guys going down, I'm just gonna turn my hammer on to the little guy in front of me. I need 2 smacks. It's natural 1 to start.
Oh my god, we're getting wrecked by our dice.
Okay, that one might
Yeah,
actually
that's
hit.
overloaded.
That might actually hit. It's a 15 hit.
I see what's in your hand over there.
No, you don't. All right. You watch again as this tendril evades you, and as you swing over it, it whips back at you. But you are too fast.
One more.
Nice.
I can just slow one more time.
All right.
You're sitting over there looking smug.
I am smug. Pearl, what are you gonna do?
Oh, that's not my turn, is it?
It is.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry. My bad. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's Green Flame Blade, because that's literally my character's built around the spell.
Nice.
Fuck. 12 plus 1, 13, plus it's my arcane spell focus, and I'm casting a spell, so 14. 14 to hit.
All right. You watch again. This is a crafty tentacle. You haven't really experienced this kind of
I've
tentacle.
only read about them.
You've only read about them, but not very much. As you see it circles around.
Okay, cool. Doesn't matter if I fuck it up. I mean,
That's a whole different.
definitely a Freudian slip because my tiny little gemstone here can do things. So it's gonna need to make a dex save, that one.
All right.
Oh wait. Oh, can it stand on top of this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Now I can do it. Yeah.
That is an 11.
Ooh, that's lower than my spell save DC, so it
There you
takes full
go.
damage. Takes 5 full damage,
Nice.
but it's fire.
It's fire damage?
Yep.
All right.
As my little gem sort of swivels in its legs somehow and goes like, just shoots.
I'm imagining it like a gyroscope almost.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
legs. Cool.
Yeah. But it's like diamond, and when the point tips like towards you, you know you're fucked.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Man up.
You've hit this thing with a flame that is caught on the tendril. I keep saying tendril.
It is a tendril. You can say tendril.
I can say tendril.
Tentacle, tendril.
As you hear squelching, as something crawls its way through the pipe towards you. This sounds bulkier, bigger. Go ahead and remove that tendril. It's getting replaced with the main body.
Everyone admire this work.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like that at all.
I love how they're all like,
How did this
Glossy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I love the
Beautiful
gloss.
finish. Yeah.
Thank you.
A big fan of gloss.
Liquid
Not a
Text would
fan
love
of
a
this
sponsorship.
I don't like the amount of corpses in that one.
Yeah. There's a lot of faces.
I also
All
don't
right.
like my proximity to it.
Truly. It whips out a tendril at you, Brune.
What does it whip out?
A tendril, but with a 9. Which
Me
means
and my shield doing heavy work today.
Yeah, really.
you definitely got out of the way. Pearl,
Excuse me.
Oh,
a 26.
fuck, that's too high for shield. Reaction hit by magic. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
But you still get a bonus for whatever it is.
For you.
Yeah. Actually, are you within 10 feet of me? No, I think you're outside.
It's
Never mind.
Okay.
JK.
It's a 4.
Oh.
Plus nothing because I'm not very wise.
All right. You look inside this ooze, and you see faces of these wonderful people. And, you know, now that you think about it, Ruby was really hospitable. You don't see her here, but you recognize, like, some wholesome faces, some, like, a kindly, portly man. You even see, like, a silvery dragonborn, like, poke its face out. And you are charmed.
Ooh. That's good.
I could be
that
happy
one.
here.
Is that charmed?
Why not? It is.
It is today.
Why do I get paralyzed and charmed?
Because you're in the way. You deal a lot of damage.
I got you.
Oh, good.
You can, however, repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn and whenever you take damage.
Okay.
All right. You will have to make it a disadvantage each time, though.
That's fine.
All right. And you see what seems to be the shape of a small child. It holds up. It's like, please, we just want to be left alone to go home.
What the fuck?
All right. That brings us back to the top of the order with Tomas.
So you want to dance, don't ya? Well, it takes 2 to tango!
And I'm gonna just go for the old slash with the sword.
Alrighty.
Get him, Tomas.
Tango with them, Tomas.
So
Tango hard.
All of your characters have such interesting talk.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's great voices.
Yeah.
is that a 7 or a 1? That's a 7. So that's a miss. Second attack. That's 3. Tomas has 2 left feet.
All right. Tomas, how does a 16 feel?
For AC, I have like, oh no, I don't have my shield anymore because I threw it. So I have a 19 now.
Wonderful. You watch a pseudopod lash back out at you. But your 2 left feet are serving you well as you kind of like trip out of the way. All right, Eldras, that brings us to you, and Brune, you're on deck.
Can I tell that there's something wrong with Pearl?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Free action.
That is going to be a Arcana plus 7, 23.
Yeah, definitely. You see the like kindliness that Pearl naturally has enter her eyes as she looks on this ooze. It's like, you know what, not so bad. And that's wrong.
This is sort of unpredictable, but I'm going to take out my spell book, flip to this bookmarked page at the very end, and as I look at Pearl's form, I just say, sorry, and I cast Polymorph on Pearl to make Pearl into a giant ape, which is the highest CR creature I can use. Giant ape is a CR7 creature. You have all the same stats. I believe it is a large creature.
So we all push you. There you go.
Let me go see if I have a giant ape.
I mean, if you want to. You want to go get a giant ape?
You can go get a
How does this help me?
It says it replaces it with your mental stats. And all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And you also get its stats. You have all-
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, then let me look.
And
up
you
what
can do
know.
range too with a giant ape.
Shifting the map. Just
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's a little off camera. There we go.
It's unlike Druid where you only replace the strength, the
Right.
dex.
I see. It does
Yeah.
help me.
I've actually had a situation where I decided to polymorph as a Druid instead of Or someone
Yeah. All right, ape. D&D.
a similar situation as this.
Giant ape. Is it large or is it huge?
Well, I'm looking up right now.
I think it's just large.
I think it's large.
Medium. Oh wait, a giant ape.
Giant ape.
Yeah.
The big boy.
That's the normal ape that can throw. The normal ape is medium, can throw stones.
Huge.
There you go.
Oh,
Huge.
Huge, really? Wow.
So
So as you grow, I'm just like, this is bigger than I thought.
you're this now.
I'm that now.
Congratulations on your upgrade. Good thing that
Am I
other
still
Ooze is
charmed
dead.
then? No, right?
That's one thing I need to do for Starfinder is look up the creatures.
Does
That's a
it-
great question. Doesn't the
Because it's not as
charm
much.
stay? This isn't
So-
damage.
Get
at us in the comments.
New form could be any beast, challenge level. Gets mental ability scores are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. You get hit points of your new form. You are limited in your actions that you can form by the nature of your new form, and you can't speak, cast spells, take it into actions. It doesn't say, but the mental attributes are replaced.
But my personality stays, so is charmed part of my personality or part of my mental stats? You
I
get
would
to
say
decide.
if you were poisoned when you're polymorphed, you're still poisoned.
Fair enough.
So I would say the charm stays.
No worries.
Oh, just
That's
can hold up
unfortunate.
Boop, 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 that's okay. Now I'm
That was
even
a
confused.
wonderful throw onto the tusk there.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
And then seeing how large she is and seeing the eye is still very much like this glazed over, I am going to take my full movement.
This is a higher wisdom than I have.
25. 25
Hey,
right there.
perfect.
Wise ape.
We got there in the end.
It somehow helped.
All right. Bruin, that brings us to you.
Okay, so seeing the chaos has now erupted, Brune's going to grab onto the necklace that kind of like sits beneath her chainmail, the symbol of Helm, and I'm going to channel divinity.
All right.
And I'm going to do Watcher's Will. I'm going to choose Pearl. Actually, I should be able to choose everyone, all four of us.
See them.
I had to see them.
You can't see Eldras.
I can't see Eldras. Shit, he went around the corner. Well,
And yeah, you can definitely see Pearl. Pearl's huge.
yeah.
I can see Pearl.
All right, so can't see Eldras, so that is okay. But for 1 minute, you and the chosen creatures have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Nice.
So I have just regular.
Yeah, so I guess I'll give it the extra one to your diamond pet. I don't know if it has a brain, but
It is sentient, and it does
Are you
have
gonna stay
things.
there? Are you gonna move back or?
so that was my action. So yeah, we're kind of sitting ducks. I'm going to take my. I don't think I can really do much right now. Not really. Okay. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back into the corridor. All right. Try to start getting out of this tiny room. And then I'm guessing I invoke an attack of opportunity by doing so.
5 foot back. Not. You're still technically in its range. Yeah.
Range is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Bitches.
All right, well, at least that clears up a little bit of movement room.
Yeah,
And everyone's still within.
certainly.
So, all right,
Alrighty.
that's all I can do. They got advantages.
You see it begins to bubble again, and this time Tomas. It flicks out at you,
Let's do it.
and that is a 22.
That's gonna hit because I don't have my shield.
Cool. I like that. I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's do the blue one. Let's do a pink one. Let's do a black one. And let's
Shouldn't
do a
have done my
red one.
shield.
They look cool.
Yeah.
I always throw my items.
That's true. Every game.
It makes sense. That's what I had.
So that's 15 points of bludgeoning damage
Yep.
and 9 points of psychic damage.
Hold on. Okay, now it works. Okay, and then 9 points you said?
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to snake its tendril out towards you, Brune. And that is a 9.
Nope.
All right.
Watching over me today.
All right. And that's that. Okay. Next up. Pearl.
I am an albino ape with these massive ivory fangs
Ooh, I love that.
like show on the red of my mouth.
real?
I am confused and charmed, but my little guy has the task of shooting a fireball and will probably hit me. So it will do its cone, and because of the proximity, we both will make a dex save.
All right. I believe Tomas would also have to make a dex
Yeah.
save, no?
It's a 15
Yeah,
per
you
cone.
can do it right there.
So it would be us two, I think.
So I gotta make it?
You're fine.
Okay. I'm looking at this panel 8. This is cool. Look at this thing.
I got a 10.
All right.
Yeah, easily.
I've got a 24.
Okay, so I take
It's still cute as a
full
monkey.
damage, you take
It's
half
a monkey.
damage. Yeah. But I take it as a 8.
Also true. Yeah, you're taking 8 damage. It's not even real.
Yeah.
All right. You can also go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw again.
So I will get to make 2, just because I took damage and also the end of my turn, just if I fail the first one.
Ape has hit ape. Ape has hit ape.
I failed the first one.
No one knows the reference.
You also have to make them at disadvantage.
I
Remember
don't
that.
because I make them normally now because of
Because of
Yeah.
that. Yes.
So I got a 12 plus 1 for being an 8. That's more wise than whatever than Pearl is.
I
Not plus your aura, right?
No, I'm too far away.
Okay, so 13.
Unfortunately, no.
That's okay.
trying.
You take. Did I tell you how much damage you take?
You have not yet.
Well, now I don't remember. How much damage? I took 14.
All right.
So you can either
7.
take half of that, yeah.
All right.
And that's
To
me.
roll. All right.
That's okay. I inadvertently crowded the room.
All right. Next up, we have back to the top of the order. Tomas.
Can I move here and still be in its range to attack me? I want to do an attack of opportunity. I think I could. Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah. So, and then I'm going to cast Fireball right into the entire room.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, with the necklace.
Yeah.
Okay, dope,
Nice.
dope, dope.
Nice.
Can I have
Clarifying.
those?
Yeah. You basically
yeah.
just have a rental
D6s?
body, so you can just bust it
Here's
up.
Here's another one.
I don't like I like the ones with the numbers.
Okay, that's fair. I don't like those ones either. So it's my backup box.
Wow, I do too. I didn't realize that about myself.
Yeah.
I like pips.
I do too, but apparently not that much. I don't have any.
14. What is that? Oh, there's 6. 20. And then 23. That's it. 23.
Nice.
All right. And that's a saving throw, I believe.
Oh, it's dex save, so I'll
Dex
take
save throw.
I fail, which is good.
Well,
Doesn't matter. I want to fail. I want to fail these things.
fair enough.
I mean, I'll do it again, but
All right. That is a failure for the ooze.
Nice.
Takes full damage. Once more, what is that damage?
Our fighter is our best spellcaster.
23, which is weird, yeah. I did clock that. Pearl, you take 23 points of damage.
lovely. Yes! I pass!
Nice.
So I'm unconfused, but I'm an ape, so I'm still a little confused, but at least I remember how I got here. I like to
Oh,
think.
I'm an ape.
I'm not charmed, at least.
We're fighting against the ooze, not for
But then
it.
I'm also like, wow, we got this point by people like attacking me, like leaving me and attacking me again. Fine.
And for my second attack, I'm gonna reach back with my sword, and you can see me like spark it on the ground, like super, like up, like an uppercut kind of slash. And I'm gonna just start screaming,
Mean! You don't know mean yet!
and that's a 7.
That's mean.
The other half
real
of the
mean.
conversations you have. I love that.
Yeah, he imagines people like saying these like things, like telling him to calm down, or like
Right.
you're mean. Like he just like psychs himself up
So
for
the fights
battle.
that everybody else has in their shower, you're just having
Yeah,
them right
yeah, no,
there.
he's
Nice.
definitely imagining enemies as like
Amazing.
way more in his head. He
Right.
like builds them up.
Whenever I think about like what's the commonality between all of my D&D characters, I'm like, that's an Ariana like fact or
Yeah.
whatever. Like all of your D&D characters talking to themselves, I'm like, that's now a Dan fact.
Yeah, that
in
is
my
something
head.
I do a lot. Yeah,
All right. Thank you, Tomas. Anything else from you?
that's it.
All right, Eldros, that's you.
So, I saw this creature come in through this pipe, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess I'm going to dash, and I'm going to end my turn right here.
All right.
I'm going to peer in there and go, oh, yeah, this is a great vantage point. That's my turn.
Awesome. Yeah, you can definitely see like some ape fur poking out from your friend there, and also a few tendrils flapping around.
Perfect.
All right, Brune.
All right, so to continue to not be the last person, I'm gonna move back into the space. So move me on the other side of Tomas. Okay, and from here I'm gonna cast. I'm going to drop my concentration on your AC and instead cast Searing Smite onto my hammer. And then I'm going to attack this guy twice with said hammer.
All right.
Okay, the first one's terrible, the second one's great. Okay. Awesome. So finally we smite. All right, so my first one
Smiting with the spins.
is a 12. I'm guessing no.
That's no.
The second one was a natural 20.
Nice. Oh, damn.
Gonna do it.
This is so much damage.
Give it to me.
Okay, so that
Is
is
with Burning Smite or Searing Smite?
Searing Smite.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Which is
Smite is so legit.
it was only a first level, so it's not too exciting. So that is
I'm excited. You can't tell me what to do.
that's 22. 26 total, with 8 of that being fire damage.
Ah. Sweet. All right. That's a natural 1 and a 2.
Nice.
So you see it like attempts to like get at you, but you block it with your hammer, and you connect with a searing smite that radiates its holy energy and burns this thing with your holy fire.
Nice. Got him.
Next up, we have Pearl, the ape.
Pearl the ape is going to use her apish form to do 2 fist attacks. 18 plus 9 and a 6 plus 9 is 15 at the lowest.
All right. So the first attack, you beat your fists into this ooze. It connects, and you hit one of the skulls inside and feel it jostle around. Go ahead and give me the damage for that first one.
I'm an ape, I don't care. Alright. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 2 is 13, plus 6 is 19 damage.
Wonderful. The second one, however, you feel it has kind of like squelched out of the way, and you shake the leftover ooze from your hand.
Cool. And I pat my chest because I'm an ape!
All right. So this thing is very upset. You see the face of a statuesque man with chiseled jaw as he pushes his face through and screams, "Leave us alone!" Whips a pseudopod out towards you, Brune, and that's a 15, which does not connect. And another one out at you, Pearl.
Sure.
Which is a 16.
12. AC of an ape is 12.
All right.
But 150 some
Right.
odd hit.
But yeah, you're just so buff.
I'm cool.
Soaking that damage.
5, 15, so that's
I wonder
not
if I
15,
could turn
14.
a spider into a giant ape, and then that would have been.
That would have been super cool.
Sentient.
But
Ooh, look at
does
that
it work in a
bird.
I think you
combat?
can turn anything into
So
anything.
14 points of bludgeoning
No?
damage and 10 points of psychic damage.
I'm fine.
You're
But my head
just
hurts,
fine.
so I go, meh.
All right, and go ahead and give me that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, you're good at these.
Natural 20.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's. There we go.
Yeah.
Feel this thing attempt to suck at you as it latches on, and as it does, you pull a little bit back, and you see the glint of your fur in this firelight. And it's a good glint. You catch the shine of your diamond spider sitting on top of the boiler. And it's a good shine. The word is on the tip of your tongue, but it's pleasing to the eye.
I'm very pretty.
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the order with Tomas.
Who am I? I'm Thomas Cantor.
Thomas?
The first time I've done that, I meant to say Tomas.
Yeah. Like, okay, this is a Bubs Adams situation again.
The Susan Price.
Thomas Cantor. The one and only who has gained the favor of the King of Dungannon, the ruler of the pain-giving Blade of Justice.
Whatever. And I'm just gonna give a big old heave-ho down on that little pretty face. And that's a 4.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's about right.
You talk your dice into being lower, I feel.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You go through this whole spiel, and you whip out with your sword of justice, and it's just so heavy.
You win now. Extra attack, my friend.
yeah.
It's heavy.
Do you not have a plus to your regular attacks?
No, she's taking it away from me. You know what? I'm gonna action surge after this second attack, and I'm gonna use fireball.
All right.
But I'm gonna attack again. That is a 16.
Nice.
And I'm gonna say,
I'd hate to hurt that pretty face, but look at it.
You say that, and one of the faces kind of sticks out at you and says, "Bring it on."
ooh. What is it? D8, my sword? This is the first time I've actually hit with it. Yeah, D8.
It's been so long.
I think that's 10.
That's a
That's a
D10.
D10. That's a D10. You unfortunately cannot roll a 9 on a D8.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
That's a 2.
So good.
All
Do I
right.
add a modifier for my attack roll at least? Damage roll?
No, for damage rolls, yes.
Okay, that's plus 4. 6.
There you go.
All right.
And now I'm gonna fireball.
You're a fighter, though?
He has the necklace of fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, sorry. Are you...
Yeah, I'm a champion. Like, literally the worst fighter in class, but I was just like, yeah, I've
No,
never played this
samurai is the
one.
worst, I promise.
Is it really?
In my mind.
Agreed.
In terms of like how it scales for damage, yeah.
I don't know, I only get good if I get a 19. Oh, shit, did I ever get a 19? I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
Oh, I have to make a deck save.
Yeah, get that, where are you centering that fireball?
Oh, shit, my Eldritch Cannon has to make a deck save.
That's everybody except
Advantage.
for Thomas.
11,
Even in the very corner of the room, it's getting everybody.
21.
All right. Brune, Pearl, and Pearl, your spider.
My spider rolled a nat 1.
Wait. I'm trying to double check where. I'm trying to figure out where it went. The thing I cast might give you advantage on that. Hang on.
Oh, you...
Not
Wasn't
me?
it Wisdom? It wasn't Dex, wasn't it Wisdom?
Charisma is the third
Yeah.
one. I know it's intelligence is charisma, not dex.
That's alright.
Double check.
Me and my tiny creature failed.
So we 2 fails.
Yeah.
22.
Success. And I got a 19, which is also a success. What was that damage again?
I believe it was a 21.
21. So that's 21 each to Pearl and 21 for your crystal spider.
No.
Oh, geez.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Very emotional.
I was like,
Half to 10
I thought it was a giant
for
dick.
you
So
and for me.
Sorry.
Camera. You all saw it.
That was
Trying to steal a
aggressive.
diamond from me, and I'm a dragon. Leave me alone.
My goodness.
Which jail?
We're LARPing.
Yeah.
All right. And how do you feel about an 18?
I have 19.
All right, very nice. The pseudopod attempts to whip back out at you when you missed the first time with your sword,
Ah, is that your best?
and you get bypassed completely. All right. Next up, we have Eldras.
So still holding on to concentration to keep Pearl in this giant ape form. Peering into this pipe, I can see elements of these tendrils and tentacles. Dope. I'm going to reach back and using my very last large spell, I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt, reshaping the damage to fire.
Wonderful.
So the big firebolt. That's going to be a dexterity saving throw for this creature.
That would be an 18.
An 18 is a success, but it still takes half damage. So that is going to be 4, 10, 15, 21, 26, 28. Half to 14 points of fire damage. And as soon as I see the flame leave my hand, I'm gonna just tuck myself in around this corner here. Maybe take another 10 feet and start returning in this direction.
All right, gotcha. That brings us to Bryn. And Pearl, you're on deck.
All right. So I'm gonna make another 2 attacks. And since Searing Smite's still active, it'll be plus fire damage if it connects.
Wonderful.
That's a 14. No. 18.
You miss with your first Searing Smite, still kind of reeling from the fireball blast, but you gain your bearings, look this thing directly in eyes, and
Hey.
There are multiple eyes. It's confusing. All right, so let's see if for my other things. So it's 11 bludgeoning, 3 fire, plus I forgot this last time. It ignites. So on its turn, it takes another 1d6 damage unless it makes a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
I forgot about that last time.
That's an important
That would have been
thing.
so good.
that is
I know. You know what? I'm actually going to pump a Divine Smite in this as well.
nice.
Expend a spell slot to do 1d8 additional radiant damage.
What does the champion have? Should we look at this?
Oh no, it's 2d8 for a first level spell slot.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So that's an additional 13 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
I can finally connect.
Yeah, you're finally out of the pipe.
Oh, I love this game. All right. Pearl, that's you.
So I see my little crystalline diamond crack. It's still alive, it's still on its legs, but it's cracked now. Can anything attack recklessly?
No.
No, that's a feature of
That's
Barbarian.
fine.
Champions.
If I could, I would. So that's the emotion behind this, and I'm gonna attack.
There's definitely a wild flail to your
I'm
apish
mad
arms.
that my very precious item is hurt. 18 plus 6 plus 9, and an 8 plus 9 is 17.
Both. All right, you connect on both.
And this is 3.
Flailing around with rage, seeing your spider cracked and damaged.
I don't know where my d10s went.
You channel your
You
rage
gave me one, maybe.
very
Oh, I got it,
constructively. Instead of at Tomas, the one who did do the damage, you had that at the Ooze.
Can't see Tomas. Otherwise I would. Okay, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 6 for the first one is 16. And then the second hit is 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14, plus 6 is 20.
Damn.
All right. You watch as you smash this Ooze to the ground, and it flattens, and it begins to reform again.
You made Pearl Jam.
That's super great. I love that.
It begins
And
to
we're done.
reform.
That should be clipped if there's ever a clip.
All right. A last tendril whips out towards you, Pearl. Misses.
Nice.
Another flailing tendril, again at Bryn. 19.
Hits.
All right.
That gets me.
6, 12, 14, and 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
2 there. And 7 points of psychic damage. All right. And As it does, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
You're wise, you're holy, you got this, girl.
It's fine. It's a single digit, so it went over there. That's okay because it's I had advantage, so that's 24.
Wonderful. Very wonderful. All right. Top of the order. Tomas.
Oh, that would have been a 20.
Oh, rough.
That's fine.
Tomas, kill this thing.
Kill the fire.
I have no more fireballs. Yeah, that was it. I'm gonna say,
When I see you in hell, make sure to smile at me fondly.
Dice roll so goofy.
5.
You see a little cherubic face of a child pokes out. Sinks back into the ooze.
second attack. 7.
All right.
Your dice just don't like
I
you.
forgot my Eldritch Cannon could have cannoned, but it didn't.
That's my turn. That's all I can
Eldros.
I can still hear this stuff going on. I thought maybe that would do it, but it didn't. I don't have any more lightning bolts left. I'm really starting to run out of tricks. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then from there, I'm going to pull out this little dehydrated cube. And I'm going to take out my water skin and just kind of like start rehydrating it as an action.
So this cube begins to form and like grow in your hand, and you hear it go. The sound of little like soapy bubbles squeaking along a very clean window.
I thought I ate a dog.
Into battle, little man. And I'm going to put it on the ground and just kind of try to send it on its way into this combat.
You see it slowly starts scooching forward, and it notices like a patch of slime, and it like begins to like squish. Oh, I
You ever
can
see
do
the
you one
commercials
better.
with
Here you
scrubbing
go.
bubbles? That's what it reminds me of.
Perfect.
Yeah, but very slow.
That's my turn.
Wonderful. Brune, that's
All
you.
right. Cool. Oh, the ooze had its turn already?
The ooze is after Pearl.
After Pearl. Okay, did it make a constitution saving throw?
Oh.
It's on fire, right?
It's on fire. It needs to beat 15.
It does not.
Takes another 1d6 of fire damage.
Go for it. Roll that d6.
1.
Nice. Every bit counts, though.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to cast a spell.
I can't wait for us to kill this thing so we can stop listening to the squelch.
Do you really have to pee?
Yeah. I'm like, oh. And the turn order is so short because there's only 4 of us.
I know, yeah.
I can't just run up and pee.
I don't want to get
So,
some water too.
considering I'm pretty beat up at this point, I'm going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on myself to try to give myself some points back. And then I get back 13. So I'm a little bit less dead. And then that's pretty much it. Oh shit, I should have done a concentration check, which I failed. So Searing Smite drops. So even if I attacked again this round, I wouldn't see her. But that is the end of.
Got anything else?
I'm trying to decide if I want to cast Shield of Faith on myself or not. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself and give myself +2 AC using my final first level spell slot.
All right. That brings us to
and that's it.
Pearl.
The Cracked Diamond's gonna still cast Flamethrower at both the ape and the thing, so we'll both make dex saves, please. Of which I fail.
I also fail.
Okay. Cool. Oh no.
This little spider's great.
Yeah. 6 plus nothing. 6 damage.
Describe what it looks like as your precious cracked spider finishes my elder
Oh my
obelisk.
god, the spider!
In the firelight, the thing about the diamond is that it does sort of cascade like shadows and light across the room in a really like artsy fartsy way. And so as it sort of rotates, charging up the flamethrower between turns, it sort of pulls some of it because there's a draft from the crack that's been caused. It pulls some of the fire from the like hearth it's standing on and uses that to make like an extra powerful like whoosh at this guy and kill it.
You see the spider begins to weave almost this web of flame and light as it creates a shooting web that encircles this ooze, and it is destroyed. Well done. You hear
Just squeaking around the corner.
You hear shrieks and squeaks from different parts of the sewers as flames catch and erupt. The water begins to bubble, hiss and boil and cleanse as you have eradicated the ooze from these sewers. What's left in the husk of these ooze is a couple of personal items and a small, cold, hard rock that glitters with a wonderful red darkness. The heart of the meteor.
I'm gonna take out my fortune from the fortune cookie, and I'm gonna turn to. Are you still a giant ape, or are you a person now?
I'll drop constant.
And I'm gonna wave it in air like this, and I'm gonna then look over to Eldros at the corner and just go,
Like I said, super silly station.
and I'm gonna rip it up and throw it on my shoulder.
And with that, that ends our one shot, the most meteoric of misfortunes.
Yay.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Nice job. Great job,
Thank
Yami.
you.
You did awesome.
Stay tuned next week where you can see more of Joe, Ari, Dan, and I play science fiction style bounty hunting with Mosaic Team 5, airing Thursdays at 6. And if you'd like more D&D 5e, join Alana, Dan, Joe as
And
they
Matt.
continue, and Matt, who is here in spirit, as they continue Adventures in Alberon, Fridays
Hannah.
at 7.
And Tina.
So many people not here. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.